All right, let me see here. Should start in like 10 minutes. Hi, Shell. You know what, my chat's being weird. I just can't see. Hi! Sorry, my light's not on because I don't know what's going on here. Oops, what was I doing? Oh. Welcome to my screen. Nothing to do today. Found and medicate. Nothing to do today. Hey. Oh my god. I swear I know what I'm doing. How are you, Show? Happy to see you. All right. Yo, what up, Sam? Welcome. Just fix this up here. Hopefully that's not too squished.
I'm most excited to dive into some of these maps that I pro on. Modern Warfare 2, iconic maps, Scrapyard, High Rise. I know we're not able to play all
Can you guys hear it?
next, but the ones they kind of hold a special place in my heart. Get me on top of High Rise. Get me on
Hungry? I'm hungry too. It's super low.
Go to work. What perks from Call of Duty would you want in real life?
Marathon Pro and combined with Lightweight Pro. Just be zipping and zooming everywhere. Are you kidding me? Triathlete right here.
Maven here with Z-Laner at COD Next. Listen, we got a bunch of crazy stuff to come tomorrow. What's your number one? What are you excited to see?
Warzone. I'm here for Warzone, baby. I mean, I'm here for everything. I'm excited for the multiplayer as well, but you guys know I'm here for the Warzone. I need to see a beautiful some slide canceling in that.
Is that
Warzone
better?
gameplay, some
Can you
movement,
hear it better?
Some speed. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that's how a lot of the competitors feel for sure. It was an interesting year. We want to get back to the roots a little bit, and that's what a lot of this is about, like getting back to our roots. So, like, for you, when you think back to the early days, like, what's your first, like, memory of Call of Duty?
Oh man, Call of Duty 4,
good.
first game that got me started. After
How
that,
was
it just World
everyone?
at War,
Hi!
And then every COD title from there on out, just growing up playing the game with friends, it was just a beautiful experience. And now to get to do that with all these people that create content for it. Me and my boy D were just talking about it before we got here, how we grew up watching so many of these creators come out to these events and do these things, and to get to now come and do these things is just so surreal. So yeah, we're very excited.
And obviously Call of Duty has become a career for you, but, like, more than that, what does it mean to you? Like, all the relationships you've made and stuff, it's become a big part of your life, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it means. It's just I think about all the friendships and relationships that I've been able to make because of this incredible game. That's from back in high school friends all the way till now to friends that I made throughout just making a career out of it. Yeah.
Do you remember kind of your roots when you talk Call of Duty, like where it all started for you?
Oh, absolutely. I just remember coming home from middle school and just grinding multiplayer. But I actually, when I first started streaming 2 years ago, the first game that I played was Warzone. And so it definitely holds a special place in my heart.
Yeah, I was going to kind of ask that next. Like,
Oh my god,
for a lot of
thank
people
God,
here, it is,
Marmito.
it's been careers, or it's been
That's gonna be
friendships,
so nice.
relationships. Like, Call of Duty has been much more than just a video game. What does Call of Duty mean to you, like, at its core?
I mean, I think it's just the competition, and it just brings me back. It's like an addiction to the game, and I think no other game has done that for me, and I think they've really done a lot of innovation in Battle Royale, and I'm just really excited to see what they bring next.
The one, the only Dr. Lupo. Sir, how you doing?
I'm fantastic. I'm 36 years old. Managed to get out of bed this morning, so that's good.
I'm 38, and it was hard.
You look old as hell. You
I do. The lack of hair really makes me look far older. But hey, What are you most excited
Ooh,
for? What do you want
yum
to see this
show.
weekend?
I'm looking for more and more opportunities than we've ever had before for me to get probably overextend, get knocked, eliminated, and scream at my teammates for not carrying me. And then when we do win, taking 95% of the credit.
So some changes to Warzone maybe is what you're looking for?
That sounds like what we've been doing already. But yeah, if you want to call it that, sure.
For you, what does COD mean to you? Like, you said you're 36, you've been playing it for a long
Hold on, I'm
time. What
gonna
does it
fix
mean
my
to you?
light.
All right, first off, that hurts a lot, reminding me that I am that old.
You're
No,
welcome.
I think Call of Duty for a long time has been one of those games that brings friends together to do silly crap or run around having fun in multiplayer or screaming at each other in Warzone when
4
people are
a.m. Was
pulling
it
their
for
weight.
like 4 a.m.?
The
Jesus.
banter is always like number one.
Well, hey, I appreciate it. Have fun, man. Awesome to see you.
Oh, was this a teaser? It's okay, that's fine. I need to still set some shit up. 4 a.m.? Ugh. Yeah, no. Nah. Yeah, no. It's a no for me. Oh. How are you, Vermito? How are you, Shell Wolf? Welcome again to Sam. Sorry, my light is not working. I got a new router, so. Ah! Ah! Not enough sleep? Hermito. You need some sleep. You need sleep. Not tired enough to sleep? This isn't connecting. Oh, there it is. I got it. Connect. Wi-Fi. I got a new Wi-Fi, a new router, so for some reason nothing moved over and I had to like reconnect everything. How's everybody been? I feel like it's been forever. Well, it was like a week. No, 2 weeks. I think my computer is blocking my ring light. Stop! It says it's unsafe. No, let it in!
Ready up. You know who we are? Guys, up. This is Ghost. Woods. Mason.
Farah.
Russell Adler. Captain Price. Going dark. Everybody ready?
I just got Call of Duty.
It's not over yet. Trust me.
Go, go, go! Stop the train!
Give us the fire, we'll give them hell.
Oh my god, that was sick! Oh my god!
As the iconic Captain Price once said, it's a good time to take inventory. This month, we are celebrating 20 years of Call of Duty. With all the matches played and missions completed, our history is made up of the incredible experiences created by you, the players. On behalf of all of us who work to bring these games to life each day, thank you for sharing this journey with us. We have some amazing in-game rewards we will be announcing later in the show, but for now, we wanted to take a moment to reflect. You are the reason for the success of these games, and
nice
from all
show.
of the teams across the world, we're grateful and humbled at your ongoing support, enthusiasm, and dedication to all things COD. While we celebrate this milestone, we are also looking ahead to the next chapter of awesome moments together. Today, you will see and hear all the details of Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, an exclusive look at Modern Warfare Zombies, a brand new Warzone map, Warzone mobile news, and more. In Call of Duty, no one fights alone. So we brought 250 creators from around the world to drop in live here at Call of Duty Next. And first up, this is Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer.
I'm good, how are you? I'm trying to fix my ring light. My internet's blocking it.
So like relax, I'm spilling these raps long as you feel them to the day that I drop. You'll never say that I'm not. You're coming with me, feel it or not. You're gonna fear it like I show to the spirit of God. Listen up. This is your moment, and every single minute you spend trying to hold on to it, 'cause you may never get it again. Go, go, go! So while you're in it, try to get as much as you can. And when your run is over, you can be when it's in its peak.
That's good, Patrick.
So this is like a full-blown attack. I'm launching at 'em. The track is on some battle and raps who want some static. 'Cause I don't really think it's the fact that I'm slim as a flag and platinum status is whack if I'm not the baddest. Soon as a verse starts, I eat it and MC's hard. What is he thinking? I'm not to go against me, smart, and it's absurd. How people hang on every word. I'll probably never get the props I feel I ever deserve. That's why you see me walk around like nothing bothering me. Even though you see the God with me.
You guys see that gun? That's kind of weird.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Call of Duty Next. We have an action-packed day in store for you with gameplay and game details for Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Warzone, and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. There are over 250 creators behind us ready to dive into these games, and we're so excited to be here with you today to unveil the future of Call of Duty. I'm Golden Boy, your host for today, alongside the one and only Stephanie Snowden. You may know her as the Studio Communications Director, and we are thrilled to go into what's going to be upcoming for the 20th year of Call of Duty, which is bonkers.
20 years.
Younger than us.
Yes.
Just a little bit.
Just a touch. Thank you so much for not revealing my age.
Oh, you're quite welcome. We don't do that here. It's a safe place. Thank you. I'm
It's a
thrilled to be
safe
here. It
place.
is an electric atmosphere. It's absolutely incredible. And I am so ready to talk about Call of Duty. It's been an entire calendar year of us saying, next. Well, guess what? That starts today. We're here to talk about Modern Warfare 3, and we're going to be getting into gameplay very, very soon. But we have some amazing guests coming in from the studios. I can't wait.
Yeah, that's right. We also have some awesome viewership rewards as well for people to watch at home. Isn't that right, Steph?
It's true.
Yeah.
Make sure
There's
you're
drops,
dialed in on
guys.
the broadcast here at COD Next, because you will have a chance to unlock in-game rewards for Modern Warfare 3 just for watching this stream on the official Call of Duty or Twitch YouTube channels. Take a look and chat on either of these streams for more details for your chance to earn some of the awesome loot on the screen. I want that weapon charm.
Yeah, that's right. So make sure you go out there.
Turn my
watch
phone
it.
on.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
there's no reason for you not to. But
You're a 10?
We've got some good stuff coming up on the horizon. But Steph, what do we have?
I don't want to
coming
talk
up
about how
first?
old I
This
was.
is one I'm very excited about.
Yes,
personally.
we are diving straight into Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. Joining us now, the multiplayer
Ooh,
team from Sledgehammer
I got
Games.
something.
Adam Iskov, Senior Development Director, Greg Reisdorf, Multiplayer Creative Director, and Kim Wigan, Development Director. Guys, welcome. I am so stoked to talk about your game. Where do we even start? You know, I have an idea, but
Yeah, we have a direction that we're going to go, and thankfully. But guys, this has to feel very freeing. It has to feel like now you're going to be able to talk about this thing that you've been working on for so long here, and you're going to also have these incredible creators playing it all in real time.
Yeah, it's wonderful to be here. It's wonderful to have all the creators being able to play, give us feedback on the game right away, and have everybody play in beta tomorrow. It's going to be great.
jump right into beta tomorrow, folks. We'll be talking about that more later to remind you. But we're going to get straight
Stream
into
tomorrow for
gameplay
the
the folks
beta.
behind us. But
I need
before
to
we do,
update
Greg,
my
can you give
PlayStation.
us a top line of what the community can really expect in the multiplayer experience for Modern Warfare 3?
We have one of the greatest sets of launch maps ever coming to the game, and we've taken these maps and we've really revitalized them and modernized them with the latest in visuals, audio, effects, as well as gameplay coming to bat on those. And it's just fantastic.
And I was gonna get rid of mine, so luckily I didn't.
We also have a ton of new mechanics coming into the game around movement, around being able to be responsive in the moment in that combat. And we have the largest set of weapons ever in Modern Warfare in multiplayer.
Yeah, with carry forward from Modern Warfare 2, of course, you're going to be taking your inventories with you.
That's huge.
Yeah. Oh, what's happening?
Throughout the day, but with that largest weapon slate coming to multiplayer in Modern Warfare 3, very exciting stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing as soon as our gamers all just decided to load up and get into the action. It's going to be really pumped. We're going to be all really pumped to just see it because I had a chance to play it. And I really did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it. So, I mean, credit to you guys for making something that is not just fun, but also brings back a very familiar feeling for old heads like myself that just, like me some good old-fashioned boots-on-ground COD.
Thank you. That is awesome. We play it every
We'll
day,
see.
and every day I come in, I'm excited to play it. I'm excited
They
to get
say
in there
that, and
just,
then,
grind away.
Yeah, and each year, with the franchise, we intend to take a step forward. Modern Warfare 3 is definitely that. It's the next chapter. We're progressing things. And one of the things you mentioned that I think we'll be talking a lot about today is this player freedom in a lot of different ways. Adam, what can we expect to see down there when the gameplay starts?
I think we've already heard some great positive feedback from the people that really know this game and, breathe it every day. So I think once the gameplay kicks off and everybody is able to get their hands on it in the beta starting tomorrow, we're really going to see, continued positive sentiment around the feel of Modern Warfare 3.
Well, you know what? I think the time for talk is past, and it brings me.
What the? What's going on?
Want to highlight for the community, and as it stands right now,
Piece
we
of shit.
have all these incredible creators, Stephanie, that are participating in this, and that they're loving every minute of it. Playing some Kill Confirm with the homies, always a good time.
Yeah, I think we want to start off with
bullshit.
talking about maps. There's so much to talk about, but let's start small for today. We're going to be playing 5 maps here, and those are the 5 multiplayer Core 6v6 maps that are in beta. Greg, you want to take us through what we're going to see?
Yeah, of course. Well, right
It
now
might
we're
be my
watching a little
internet.
bit of Skid Row, and that is, a great map to have on the
Iconic.
back. We have Rust here, and again, Rust is.
I'm excited to play
There's
Rust.
so much happening in these maps.
What's happening?
You know, Adam.
Is this a
what
me
else are
thing?
we? What else are we
Is
gonna have
this
in the
a
beta?
them?
We have so many-
Favela.
As Stephanie mentioned, today we're playing 5 of the 16 core 6v6s that we're launching on day 1 with Modern Warfare 3. So we're talking Favela, Estate, Rust, Skid Row, High Rise, all of which are stone cold classics that, you know, we've modernized to, you know, accommodate the Modern Warfare 3 updated player mechanics and movement and gameplay and weapon feel. So I'm really excited to get a little taste of what's going to be in the beta, and then you know, give players some excitement around what's launching on day 1.
It's really fun for me, as I had mentioned previously, you know, having played and competed way back in the day in Modern Warfare 2 and stuff, and seeing these maps return
It
again.
does.
Because, like, you know, I look at Favela and I remember, a long time ago, and Clayster eliminated me from a Game Battles tournament and absolutely bopped me in the middle, you know, in front of all my friends. He doesn't remember it, but I remember it for the rest of my life.
That's all that matters.
Favela holds a special place in my heart for sure.
I think the coolest thing for me is dropping into a brand new set of maps, but having enough familiarity. I know right where I am, right? But a lot of what we've done and what we're going to see today are these great sledgehammer touches that you guys have brought to these maps, made modern for Modern Warfare 3.
That's right. We've stayed true to the original level design and layout of the original maps. So if you remember some sweet spots, some lines of sight from the originals, those are still going to be there. But we've also made some adjustments to just make them feel better for Modern Warfare 3's player movement and weapon feel. And we feel like it's a really happy medium and a great balance between the two.
Here's my personal favorite, Kim.
Agreed.
I would like to talk to you about this.
All the
Fellow
way.
high-rise stands, where are you at? I know you're back here.
I see players are already figuring out some of the Easter
like
eggs.
High Rise.
You know,
Did
the,
you guys
the
like
original
High
maps
Rise?
and how to get back into it.
Oh yeah, well there was only one
wasn't
way
too
to try
bad.
and take over bomb site and S&D. You had to hit the little catwalk on the opening of the map. Come on, guys.
Everybody yesterday, I saw all the creators at the red carpet event. They're all like, I'm sniping off the map. I'm sniping off the ladder on high res. Watch me. I'm a 360 off it. I'm like, oh, here we go. We're already there.
So good.
It was so important to us to keep all of those opening moves that you remember from back in the day, and being able to have those in the game, but also have this modernization of the movement, how we're able to work with the high mantles in the game now, like all of this stuff that we're watching in high res. You can now go over a lot of this with mantles, and you can go over, like, you can use your slide canceling, you could do all of that.
Well, I was going to ask about that. Did that create a layer of, you know, maybe some complexity with the slide canceling and stuff like that, like trying to ensure that the maps don't get just completely, like, turned upside down on its head?
It does, and one of the things about these maps is these maps were made 14 years ago, like, and to have that, like, we had to make them ready to go for 2023, right? We've added that modernization to them, to what gamers expect, to what our Call of Duty
Game design
fans
changed a lot in those years.
Yeah, it is, and you have to bring everything up to the standard of today. And when we've gone through and we've maintained a lot of that within these maps, and there's a few places where we've had to make exceptions for that, but for the most part, like, you can go in, those lines of sights that were there are still there, and you're going to have fun. You're going to be able to do those opening moves, those opening snipe shots, especially in high rise, just off the bat.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And keeping that conversation going, what are the maps like? Because I know that there's going to be more down the line.
Oh,
right?
for sure.
Let's talk about the launch maps. Yeah.
So in addition to these 5 that we're playing today, day 1 on launch, we're going to get the rest of the 16 OGs from 2009. So we're talking Karachi, Invasion, Afghan, Glory, Skid Row, you know, Sub Base, Rundown. Yeah, like it's all there, and on and on.
Oh, we got the scrap.
Yeah, so we're super excited to be bringing those.
God.
And in
Not
addition
that
to
one.
those OGs, we
I forgot
have
what
some
that map was
new
called.
ground war maps that we're launching.
The
too.
airport
So,
one? What's
we
that
have
one
3
called?
ground war
I
maps
forgot.
that are brand new.
Fucking hated
which
that
is the
map.
you know, the traditional like 32v32
I
vehicle
would die
gameplay.
so much.
Yeah, so that's going to be
What's that map
awesome,
called? I
you know,
forgot.
alternative for people if they want to take a break from 6v6 or just mash it up.
Like, you want to go bigger, but you don't necessarily want to dive fully into Warzone. You have ground war. That is so, for people like me who like, you know, big, crazy, like, huge battles, like, this is so exciting.
Ground War is a great mode for that. And aside from Ground War, I'm excited to say that there is another mode coming back that many of us know and love originally from Call of Duty World War II. and that is War Mode.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah, we are super. I mean, War Mode holds a special place in my heart too.
Yeah.
From 2017. It's a brand new map that's launching on day one as well. It's got the attacker defender gameplay that we remember from the mode, the linear objectives, the buildables, the scripted events. It's really exciting to see that be part of our day one launch slate as well.
Awesome. So we've got Ground War, we've got Core 6v6, we've got War Mode, and a little something we're going to get to later in the show, a brand new mode coming to multiplayer that will be available at launch.
That's right.
And also playable in the beta.
That's right. Yep.
Very exciting stuff.
Yeah, it's really so cool to see a lot of these players get back to the roots, you know, because you can even see it. Like, something I always enjoyed about a lot of these like big reveal events, right, is everyone loads in, they're discovering these maps for the first time, they're seeing them with fresh eyes. But here, that's not the case. We got a lot of familiarity here, and now the fresh eyes are going to be like, what did they add? What did they contribute to like make this into their own vision of a map? But I do appreciate as a competitive guy that you guys really focused on keeping the core of the maps. You know,
we love these maps. Like these are, we've adopted these maps internally at Sledgehammer. We treat them as our own. And we've gone through every nook and cranny, understanding them, understanding where all of the Easter eggs are, where all the line sites are. We have tons and tons of PowerPoints about it that just allow us to go through and really understand like what makes these maps work. And then what we've done is we've taken that nostalgia and we've also added that modernization of spice on top of it, that when you're playing these, when you're coming back to them, it is familiar, but also new at the same time, where you're now able to mantle over things that you were never able to get to. You're able to get up on top of things. Right here, we're watching.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. There it is.
I live here. I live here.
Yeah. Right on. Yeah. And to Greg's point too, when these maps first came out in 2009. Hardpoint did not exist.
Yeah.
Kill Confirm did not exist. So those are brand new modes for these maps that were never experienced.
Well, I'm interested to see how those modes potentially like elevate some of these maps that maybe were, you know, less played like competitively or even casually back in the day.
Whole new experience.
Whole new experience.
Yeah.
Whole new experience. You have some of those maps, those larger maps in, you know, Modern Warfare 209, like Derail and Underpass. And those play fantastic when you get into 10v10 or 12v12. We've had those modes are coming. They're going to come out after launch. And it's just fabulous to be able to play them on there. We also have control for those you know, CDL players out there.
CDL folks, yes.
And it's going to be amazing to watch the competitive community go to town on these maps and really, you know, play them and understand what's happening.
Well, we're watching some great kill confirmed action here. We've been flipping around a bit, and find me in that sniper lane. That's all I got to say on High Rise. I will be there. I will be waiting for you in the beta tomorrow.
This is so great.
ADS ready.
I know we've been talking a lot about the 20-year anniversary of Call of Duty, but like, what better way to celebrate that than like, you know, with
these
dropping all of these 16 day one. You know,
we're looking at High Rise in 2023, and it's brand new. That's so cool. I'm just going to take a moment to appreciate that. Like, you know, it's not every day that you get to not just go back and like relive things that you enjoyed so much growing up, but then also to there are some streamers here who are younger than Call of Duty's launch, you know, 20 years ago. So they're going to get to experience this really with a fresh coat of paint for the first time ever. That has to feel quite liberating for you guys, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think really these maps hold up for, you know, old school veterans as well as like people who are brand new to Call of Duty. If this is your first game playing Call of Duty, you're obviously
never been a better time to jump in. Yeah, I mean, you're absorbing so much of COD's history. To your point, what a better way to celebrate 20 years of Call of Duty than with these iconic maps returning in an all new way. And we're going to talk about all those new ways as part of the, you know, the innovations that you guys have brought to gameplay in just a second. But we want to remind the audience out there that while you're watching gameplay today, you will get to play it starting tomorrow. Take a look here at the beta schedule. For players who pre-order
what time
on
is this supposed to start?
Starting tomorrow, and next week for players who order on Xbox and PC. The maps, modes, weapons you're seeing here today, those are in beta, and so are 2 new ground war maps and in-game rewards for playing. So anyway, take a look, take notes here with the pros playing, tune into the stream, get some hot tips before you drop into your first match tomorrow.
That's right. It's going to be quite exciting to see you know, everyone across like all the different platforms, just like going live, playing COD, like, and then again loading up and then seeing like Scrapyard or High Rise, still just blows my mind. I genuinely am so excited about this. But you know, there are a lot of like maps that returning fans like myself definitely will enjoy. But you know, I love some new. You know, is there anything that we should be expecting, you know, like post-launch as far as like maps go?
Oh, definitely. I am very, very excited to tell you both today that starting Season 1, we have a bunch of new maps coming. So Season 1, we're dropping 3. Season 2, dropping 3 more new ones. So over the course of our entire live season, there will be 12 new 6v6 maps coming to Modern Warfare 3.
Awesome.
So,
Yeah, what time is the
16,
beta?
12 down the road. That is
Anybody
a
know?
big map
Nobody
pool
know?
to choose from.
and these are all different sizes of maps, different locales, for all different play styles. You know, you might see 1 or 2 fan favorites come back as well over the course of live season, but we have a bunch of new maps coming that we're really excited about.
And those are 6v6
Yep,
competitive
6v6
maps that players can play. There are other maps in there as well that we'll talk about
That's what I
once we
was
get into
kinda
the live
thinking, like, in
season.
the morning
but
time.
6v6 core maps.
Stay
That's what I
tuned.
was
Right off the bat.
thinking.
Brand
And
new.
guess what? With all of those maps, it's back. You know what you can do with them? You can vote. We're going to see it in a lobby soon, but map voting is back, folks.
Yeah, that's huge.
Get excited.
Yay,
I
map
mean, the community has been
voting.
thrilled. I can't wait to see it in action here today. I'll be taking notes on which ones we know are the ringers of the group. I think we have a good feeling.
Somebody voted for Estate, it looks
exciting.
like. Here, we're looking at Estate
Oh,
right now.
nice, yeah.
Somebody voted for that.
I-
Yeah, that's a good one for snipers.
I like Estate.
Yep.
I think we
Always have.
we have an idea of where the maps are going to land in the
Yep.
voting. But when you account for the new modes, the modes that you were never
Yeah.
playing in there before,
Yeah.
when you get into hardpoint and you need that space to have that rotation, it'll be interesting to see what ones are popping up. at the
That's
top.
what I'm looking forward to. I want to jump into a private match lobby with my friends and run around and see where the hard points are on you know, these, like on Derailed or something like that. Because Skid Row, like, I was actually talking with Nameless in the back about this. It's like these maps now, like you have maps like Skid Row that can actually like be potentially viable, like competitively, which is quite exciting. It just changes the entire like feel of the offering, which, you know, we didn't have back then.
We've honestly already been talking to CDL a little bit about some of their favorites, about what they might want to play, and it's great to get their feedback early on to see how the competitive.
All right, we're looking at Lupo, my guy Lupo. He is
good at sniping.
in his loadout editor. We can get a good look here. He's got the lightweight boots. And Kim, I would love if you would take us through what we're
Climbing
seeing here and
boots,
how
stalker boots,
loadout select
tactical-
has changed and what players can
Pads?
expect.
Yeah, so what you're seeing here,
Convert
so
sneakers?
someone is looking at our boots category. This is actually one of our new categories
Somebody?
for perks. So we've split up the perks into 3 different categories.
Did you
We have
just call
boots,
him
gloves, and
somebody?
gear.
Oh, no.
And you're going to see some fan favorites come back. We've remixed some of the perks, and we've brought some new ones into the fray. Now, they're all also represented with physical gear items. So everything that you see
Right,
there
can you
has
imagine
some
with all those PC and
contextualization for
lights?
players. So it's not just a list of things you're selecting from. It's like you're getting these movement boosts because you're bringing in boots, or you're getting this weapon handling bump because you're bringing in gloves. So we really like to add that sort of context for players to understand what they're bringing in for perks.
Yeah, it's different, it's logical, but you're also going to see some of the same perks that we know and love. So
yes.
Call of Duty fans will be familiar with them, but presented in an all-new way. What are you guys most excited about to see here with,
about the
players
ads. Let me
getting
turn
into
that
that
off.
loadout edit, kind of customizing these builds out for their playstyles?
I think for me, it's all of the movement aspects of it, right? So we have so many things that are on there on perks that are around. We have one that allows you to slide further.
The knee pads.
Yeah, the knee pad. The
Greg, I've been
tactical
using the
tac pads.
I've been using the tac pads.
And then we have the lightweight boots. We have the canvas sneakers. I also hear those are your favorite.
I'm sneaky. I'm trying to move. I need all the help I can get.
Yeah.
We need all the things.
So, and those are just going to cancel out your noise when you're moving around. They're going to eliminate footsteps.
The true silent movement
The
perk
true silent
is
movement
back.
perk
Yep.
is there.
Can confirmed, have used it, heard nothing. So it is very silent.
Hopefully it was only footsteps.
Oh yeah, no, I could. Well, also, you know, I mean, I can't hear anymore either. Old age, anyway. No.
He keeps making these old jokes. I don't know what's happening.
But hey, I guess when you're talking about Call of Duty having been around for so long, it's just amazing how we've all just grown up with this, right? And you guys are seeing these things that happened back then. You know, the way the game was made, and you're taking ways to like improve upon it while also again keeping it very familiar, but also keeping it very fresh. Something that really stuck out to me, Kim, is that you guys bringing back that classic radar, right? You know, you got your
Classic
mini map
mini-map.
with red dots on there.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm glad that came back in.
Yeah, we are too. I mean, so any unsuppressed weapon fire will show up as a red dot on the mini-map, and we think it's really just a core intel piece for our player base for Modern Warfare 3. We
All
really
right,
want to
welcome
make
back,
sure people
everybody.
know where
Sorry,
the fire threats are
I turned the
happening,
ads off. My bad.
really understand, you know, and as we mentioned earlier about just knowing the maps and being very familiar and nostalgic with those things, like you can see the red dots on the mini-maps and you can understand, I know the map already potentially coming in, I know how I'm going to flank, I know where we're going to go. You can strategize more with your teammates. So, you know, we really just felt that bringing back the classic was absolutely the way to go.
It's classic gameplay returned to classic maps. I think, to your point, on these maps, it makes perfect sense, especially with the familiarity. And even for new players, you're going to figure these maps out
my
quickly.
favorites.
But it's it feels right. It feels great. I've really loved seeing it. You have a direct way to engage.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to hear you guys talk about that. And that's not the only piece of classic gameplay that you'll see returning in Modern Warfare 3.
Oh. Tell me more.
Tell me more. We've talked about a little bit of movement, but I'd like to get into some of the nitty-gritty. Slide animation cancel, reload animation cancel. They're both back.
Yeah. So we felt really strongly about bringing back slide cancel and reload cancel. You know, and in both of those things, really the core was we wanted players to feel responsive and feel like they had a lot of options. So we know that when you commit to doing a slide, you're stuck on a pretty linear trajectory. We know that when you're doing a reload, some of those weapons have really long reloads. It's a real big commitment. So even after doing that, we wanted to make sure that players had the choice to cancel out of that because we know things change moment to moment so quickly in these battles. And it felt right, you know, and we're just so happy that we have it back in. And we know that I think we feel that players are really going to be happy these things are back in.
Awesome. We're going to see it a lot here today. I'm sure we have our movement kings and queens getting around the map in new and interesting ways. Now, Greg, time to kill, or TTK. Always a hot topic with our players, with our community. It's complex. It has a lot of different moving pieces when we talk about it. Can you give us details on what to expect in terms of time to kill for Modern Warfare 3?
Yes, I can. I can give you the exact
details.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
This is the guy.
Only the exact details.
Only the exact details. So rather than 100 health, we have 150 health across all of our players.
So that's got parity with Warzone.
So that is parity with Warzone, what's currently live in Warzone.
Yep.
And it'll also carry over into Modern Warfare 3 Season 1 as well. And what we've also done with that time to kill, so what you're going to notice is it's much more consistent across the board. So we've eliminated some of these spikes that we've had in the past because our modifiers, so we have modifiers on when you get a headshot, it does more damage. When you do a limb shot, it does less damage. So we've kind of normalized those and closed the gap between them. And what that allows for you as a player is you're able to really have this experience where it's consistent. So when you're putting bullets on target, it is now like you get that feeling, you get that rhythm back into your gameplay, and you're able to go from combat to combat and start to feel that pace of combat, especially with our hit markers now. Like the sound effect, if you haven't had a chance to listen to them, like they're fantastic. The audio team's done a great job with them.
Hit markers also fantastic.
Yeah, hit marker visuals as well. So you're also notice that headshot hit marker. So that's when that extra damage is going to come into play, and it's normalized across the board. So it is a little longer. You could respond to getting shot. Like as soon as you start to see your screen light up red, you can pull away, you can get into cover, and really take that engagement in the way that you want to take that engagement.
Yeah, I think with those visual identifiers and with the audio,
it does sound better.
Kind of taking that step forward a little bit, you certainly feel
Those
like
hit
you have a
markers
bit more
used to
time
sound
to
like
evade. Definitely,
weird.
You have more survivability. You have more options with the freedom of
like
moving
a weird
to
metal
get out
sound.
of combat. And that includes a new thing that I would like to talk about called tac stance.
Yes, tac stance is a fantastic addition to our movement set, as well as what you're doing with tactical gameplay. It is a mix, it's right in between your aim down the sight, so you're very pinpoint accuracy, and your hip fire. So hip fire is going to be that big spread that you have. And
it's
so what it
tactical
allows you to do
grandma.
is when you're in ADS, you can actually go in and toggle tack
We
stance.
just saw the UI pop up on
sweet,
my
there it
screen.
is. There's tack stance right there.
It's gonna appear as down on the D-pad for those of
And
you
for any
watching
like
gameplay.
sweats out there, I think it's important to note this is kind of it takes like an assault rifle and turns it into almost like a little bit of a sub, where you can kind of like push corners a little bit more aggressively
Canted.
with it.
It's great for a CQB.
Yeah. So it feels like you're getting the best of both worlds with it, while also still obviously you're not going to get the full benefits of using an SMG.
And so those LMGs, like being able to take those longer range, when we talked earlier about Derail or some of the larger maps, like you want to be able to run a longer gun. So being able to take that in and then going to canted, going to tack stance, inside, indoors, going in those warehouses is a fabulous mechanic to have.
We just saw it here. We're seeing some clips of it. Yep.
Yeah, and it is very good. Having used it myself, I can see the application for it, and I think we're going to see some awesome outplay opportunities. Like players are going to go nuts with that feature.
It's also nice just if you have a specific playstyle. Adam, you mentioned it's really great for close quarters combat, which is personally what I have used it for when I've been playtesting with you guys. But I think it's there if you want it, and if you're not into it, don't use it. You know, it's an option. It's, again, that optionality for players.
What's
choose how they engage with movement. And
Long
all of
time
these
no
new fun
see.
toys that we're showing off in Modern Warfare 3.
And there are option settings for that tack stance. Right now, it's on the down D-pad. If you're not a controller masher like I am, I get in there, I panic a little bit. There's options for you to allow you to put it on your stick, which, well, if you're not a keyboard and mouse player, and you can go in and it is much more like it is a skill at that point, being able to utilize that in those close quarters combat.
Right. Adam, I see you studying gameplay intently. We're on Rust here. What are we seeing?
I love me some Rust. And just talking about the options any player can use. Somebody was running a shotgun a second ago. Now we're seeing something with an AR. There's snipers up at the top of the tower. There's, on a map like this, that's
How are you?
Yeah, that's
What's
really
been
like fast
up?
gameplay. You can still see
Long
it's
time no
viable for all
see.
different play styles, which is really exciting.
Yeah, there really is nothing better than grabbing a shotty and running around the map. And
I mean, he just had the Renetti out. He's going ham with it. So you got all different options here. We're probably going to see a lot of that on Rust today.
Taking a hard point right now.
Hi.
Well, this has been really fun to check out, and we have plenty more to watch, without a doubt here. But we're going to take a quick break from the gameplay for a brief second. We actually wanted to mention an awesome partnership between Call of Duty and the Hundreds. Now, you're taking a look here. We should be seeing in a moment a limited edition
smooth.
Call of Duty Hundreds clothing line, and you have a chance to win one of these 50 sets. So simple. All you got to do is follow at Call of Duty on X or Twitter, and make sure you tweet or post hashtag #CODNext and hashtag sweepstakes for a chance to win one of 50 sets of the Ghost Bomb collection. So follow the channel, tweet the hashtags for a chance to win a set from this awesome lineup. And let's just go ahead and jump right back to the gameplay. And Greg, we'll toss one over to you here. So for anyone who has been playing Modern Warfare 2, right, we now know like their inventory, that's going to be making its way over to this game, which is really, really cool.
The sound sounds great, like when you're shooting, the hit markers, the headshots, all sound like
and it is all about
way
honoring the player
better.
investment for us. Like we call this carry forward. We talked a little bit about it before. We had some blog posts
The
about
guns
it.
look good so
but with carry
far.
forward, all of your investment into Modern Warfare 2 is coming over into Modern Warfare 3. So any weapon that you unlock is available for you day one in Modern Warfare 3. So you can go ahead and use that. Any operator that you've purchased or that you've unlocked as well. So if you got that spawn
Your card doesn't
operator
work
from
on
Season
kick?
6.
The Season 6
Day
Battle
one.
Pass is coming with
There's
us.
a lot of people's
It's
cards
there.
that never
Day
worked
one,
on
and
kick
it's
when I was
fantastic to have.
over
Even all
there.
of those blueprints and everything coming in. With
It's
your weapon
kinda
level
weird,
as well
honestly.
is available. All
And
of
your
your
camos.
attachments, your camos.
How's Twitch going for you? I kind of only stream like once
But
a
don't
week.
worry, the grind is
now.
still there for the Modern Warfare 3 weapons because it has its own set of completionist camos as well that you can go in and grind your heart out for those and go ahead and get those in the game.
Yeah, we're going to talk about some of the other new challenges.
But
coming
this
to Modern
week with the
Warfare 3
beta coming
in a
out, I'm gonna
little
be
bit,
streaming
but
tomorrow.
Exciting to hear that
I'm gonna be
the camo
streaming
grind is real. We'll be back on it before we know it.
Saturday.
More to come
Sunday,
soon.
I don't plan
yeah,
on streaming,
more to
but
come.
we'll see what
I love
happens.
it. More to come soon. So
Next
ominous.
week, I don't have a schedule yet, so I need to figure out what I
Well, speaking
wanna
of
do.
weapons, though, I love the fact that we're going to get carried forward. I like the fact that, you know, there's plenty as we were seeing here. What other new weapons might we be treated to, I guess, moving forward?
This is
We have
Call
a
of
bunch
Duty
new weapons
Next.
coming in.
This is
Modern
showing the
Warfare 3. We have
multiplayer
over
coming
30
out.
new weapons that you can experience.
The new game comes out in
get new
November.
attachments for them. We have new global attachments as well that are available that you can use across all of your weapons.
Wow.
Yeah, even the Modern Warfare 2 weapons. And then we have 20-plus
There's no
operators that are
bee-hopping?
there for you to unlock and be able to use and experience.
If you don't mind me asking, how it must have been a fun challenge
No
to take
bee-hopping,
those
huh?
weapons from MW2 and then bring them over to MW3 and like really try.
Oh, yeah, it's been
How
a
was
fun
that?
challenge.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
I don't know how I feel about all the
been
like
great.
little
And
veins on
being
the
able to
side.
have
That's
all of
kind of
those weapons
creepy.
and being have your arsenal come with you is an amazing experience.
Felt like it was
come in day
important to
one.
you guys to have
It
that.
is.
Kinda
It's very
creepy.
important for us to honor our players and be able to, you know, take all of that. But you spent a year in this game. We need to bring that into the next game and allow you to be able
Shout
to
out to Andy
experience
again.
it,
Thank you for the
and
subby.
have fun and not set you back all the way. We still have, you know, 1 to 55. You're going to be able to level that again, and we have new content in there for you to experience.
all the bells and whistles.
All the bells and whistles is there.
Kinda
but
creeps me out.
being
I
able to
just
have
look
those
at it
weapons,
instead of-
being able to make it work with all of the attachments. We're actually
my eyes
doing
automatically
tuning on
look at
those
'em.
weapons as well, so they're not going to be exactly the same. They're
So
going to
get the balance pass for
yeah,
Modern
they're going to
Warfare
have
3.
the essence of the Modern Warfare 2 weapons, but they're not going to be one-to-one. You can actually go in, and our friends at Binox have been able to put in detailed weapon stats for us, and you're going to be able to go in and look at all of those intricacies, check out what their headshot multipliers are, check out what their limb damage is, all of that stuff in there.
And that brings up attachment tuning. Attachment tuning is coming to Modern Warfare 3.
It is. It's part of Modern Warfare 2.
You're
It's
saying
part
for
of
me,
that
can you
carry
imagine
forward.
how hot it is in that room? All those
excellent stuff.
computers,
I
all
think,
those ring
we're all
lights.
just happy that, you know, what I
That
had
big
already
ass
used
fucking
is
screen
gonna,
right
is gonna
there.
come with me.
Nicki Minaj is
hot
coming with
hell
you.
of
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Some
That
gamers
was
don't know
what
how
I
to put
needed know
deodorant
about,
on.
You know,
so.
not Spawn. Although I do love me some Spawn.
The Barbs are thrilled. Kim, we are seeing some epic looking skins and weapons on our creators here today. In fact, right now, if you look at the screen, check that out. I believe these are from the Modern Warfare 3 Vault Edition. Can you give us some additional info?
Yeah, happy to. So what you're seeing right now are the weapon camos that are going to be in our Vault Edition. There's a blue and a red version. So there's the Crimson Fate is what we're calling one of them, and the Carbon Fate is the other. And these will be applicable on
I don't
4
like
different
it.
weapons.
The
You
red
get the
one's
Vault
okay.
Edition, plus all of their attachments.
Ooh, I like that.
And they're reactive. So the better you do in the match, the more eliminations you get in a match, the more you'll start to see that visual change on your weapon.
I actually like
and
that.
as you can see, also the
Like that
operators
it
have their own
changes.
versions of this. These
So
are the
cool.
Nemesis skins. So there is a blue version and a red version there. The blue version goes on Price and Ghost, and the red version goes on Warden and Makarov. Those
like
are the
the red
4
one.
operators that get these skins. Same reactive tech, so you're going to see a little bit of the silver, metallic, shiny looking skin come up on the hands and the torso. The better you do in the match.
I've seen a lot of Warden hype on the internet, so I think people are really excited to see her in action, and that skin in particular is awesome. But one thing about the reactive skins, to your point, these are performance-driven, so that effect actually will scale back if
I like
you start
that.
getting kills, guys.
Yep.
Reactive
Yeah,
skin.
got to do well.
Gotta keep
You want
it-
to you want to see the fun stuff on screen.
Yeah.
We need you to perform. So those will be awesome.
Oh,
People
I'll
will be popping
perform.
off, having these awesome effects go around the map as well.
Well,
and of course,
Xbox
those are in the Vault
keeps
Edition.
sending me
Yeah, and you know, speaking of the
messages.
weapons and diving into it a little bit more, I understand as well that there is also a new system that you guys have on top of that with the aftermarket parts, right? Which if we could dive a little bit more into that, because that sounded really fascinating. They kind of like make guns play in a different way just off of one part alone.
Yeah, it is. And here we're seeing a little bit of it where this is our LMG that has a bullpup conversion to it. So they're full conversion kits that allow these weapons to really go cross-class and to change up. They are meaningful, powerful changes.
And that's a
every weapon.
Renetti.
That's a Renetti that is actually turning into
Kinda
an
like that
SMG
white
with this
color.
conversion kit.
Kinda
It's like a 3D printed part on there.
No secondary.
No secondary. So what you do not, like we have a gunner vest that allows you to take a primary as a secondary. You do not need to take that if you're swapping out your Renetti for that aftermarket part to make it into an SMG.
And one of the coolest things is how you unlock these amps. So we're going to see, we call them amps. We
Amps.
love acronyms here, guys. So we have 2 amps that are coming to beta. I believe. But how you're going to unlock them at launch and beyond? You want to talk a little bit about those challenges?
Yeah, so in beta they unlock a little differently than they do at launch. So
Yep.
at launch they're actually we have a new system called weekly challenges.
Yep.
It is pretty much exactly as it sounds. There are challenges, a group of challenges that we release weekly.
I was worried it was like bi-weekly for a moment.
Yeah.
Trick question.
Yeah. Thankfully, it is every week. And then the reward for getting all of those challenges for that week is an aftermarket part. So the first 3 weeks that the game is out, we have an aftermarket part reward for those, completing those challenges. You can then take that aftermarket part into the game and use that.
I think too, again, it just the through line with Modern Warfare 3. This is player choice, is player freedom. It's on this new way to customize the experience and let the player kind of choose the way to have that their own play style reflected in those guns.
This makes me want to play
using
COD.
amps. It's super exciting.
Yeah, it definitely is. As
I had to
we're
play
going
a
to
little
continue
bit
to take,
after this.
just more of a look and enjoy, the game as players continue to run around and get into some more shenanigans, playing some domination here as well on the state. I've done that many times. So, this is, again, it still just baffles my mind that I'm looking at, these maps in 2023, and I'm just excited to play them. Yeah, and even the movement. I'm just excited to play them then as I am now, like that is such a wonderful feeling to have. And then also on top of that too, just to see the way that, players can interact with the ways you build your classes. I really do like what you guys did with the perk system and how you contextualized it and made it like a physical thing. Was that like a desire to kind of just make it a bit more grounded, or what was the I guess the design choice on that, rather than just going with pictures on a screen? You guys went for something quite bold.
Yeah, I mean, I think it really was a big part of the context for the players. It's not just a UI menu with choices, that were sort of ambiguous. It was a little bit.
Oh, it sucked to be way up
make
there.
Sure that you brought in your fighting load carrier, right? Your
Yeah.
FLC was what we talked about. Internally is this thing where every piece of gear that you brought in did something meaningful for your loadout.
It sucked to be way up there.
So perks was a big part of that, and we got a chance to look at the gear items.
Bet
all
you that room's
inspired
even
by
hotter than the
real-world
other room.
Military tech and items, and we were able to really figure out what goes with what and what are the remixes we want to make, and we think we came up with a really good and interesting field of choices in our perks this year.
So I don't know if you guys can see it. We're taking a look around the room at the moment. We actually have a 2-story streaming tower. I'm going to call it a tower.
Pretty epic in here.
It's absolutely wild in here, and everyone is very focused on their play. It all of a sudden, oh hey, that's us. Oh hey guys.
Right?
GG's.
That's literally what I'm thinking. You see, because there's like
so
only
we've got this big, giant
one
room
walkway, so there's
filled
only
with
one
Modern
person that
Warfare
could walk
3,
that
filled with
little
awesome creators
area that
from
they're
all over
at.
the world.
They're like
And,
smashed in that
as Ted
box.
Timmons would say, the vibes are good. We're going to
You
hear
smell a
Ted
little
talk about
musty.
vibes.
I do want to point out that screen you're looking at there, that the logo, the Modern Warfare,
Smells
that's a screen.
musty.
And behind there are all the players that are behind that screen, which is so cool. I didn't even know
Being
there was a
behind
thing that you
that
could do.
screen just
15 years in this industry, still continuously to be shocked by new tech that
blast.
comes out all the time.
This is Call of Duty, baby.
Yeah, you guys go big. I respect it.
Cutting edge.
Yeah, I love it. Love to see it here. We're
Right?
getting a few
I
of these
bet.
games wrapped up, but there's definitely this sense in the room of like, all right, Q next, go next, GG go next,
It is.
go next.
It's so fun to play it. Like every day I come into the office and I boot up the game, get into a match as quickly as possible, and start playing.
Can you imagine?
And it is just fun to watch them play as well, because there's so many things that they're doing. Like earlier we were watching a circuit around the estate house, and that movement just looks so hot going through it. So like being able to mantle, we have sprint when you're tack sprinting. We actually increase the mantle speed so it feels more fluid as you're going across. And we're regenning your tack sprint as you're sprinting as well.
I also saw a couple people pop off with Battle Rage. So Battle Rage is back.
Battle Rage is back. It's actually moved into the tactical slot.
Yes.
So it is very powerful. So if you take that, we have an awesome vest, the engineering vest, that allows you to take 2 tacticals. As maybe we didn't touch on the vest
Actually, yeah, let's talk about the
let's
vest.
talk about some of the
Yeah.
vests.
Yeah, so the vest is a really big piece of that. Like, it is our main core piece of gear.
Is that the
Kim
one where
touched
you're
on
like,
how we
kills
contextualized
get-
everything.
go up,
That
like,
vest is we're
kill
contextualizing
people
what
easier
you're
if
actually
you have so
putting
many
into the game. So it's going to dictate
kills without dying.
what, you
Is
know,
it
your
that one?
tacticals,
I don't
what
remember which
tactical
one it is.
slots you have, how many you can take, how many lethals you can take, how many, you know, well, you get one boot and you get one one glove.
Yeah.
So you can't take multiple gloves. But how many gear slots you can actually have. So with the engineering vest
Those
that I just
reactive
mentioned, you're getting
camos are super
two
cool.
tacticals that you can take
At the cost of your lethal.
at the cost of your lethal, and you also gain
I
another
wonder if they
gear
kept out
slot.
at level
And
30.
that gear
Look,
slot is
everyone's
super
level
important
30.
because that gear slot
Unless
is
they
where
all
all
start
of
at
your
level
intelligence
30.
perks lie. So those are things like what we used to call hardline or high alert sit in that slot, and now you can take both of them at the same time and really have that advantage.
Awesome.
Yeah,
and
well-
if there are 4 vests to choose from at the moment, I believe.
Correct. In beta, there are 4, yeah.
4. So in beta, there are 4. Expect to see those tomorrow. Infantry vest, engineer vest. Seen a lot of people running infantry vests today. In fact, right here at the moment, we just got a peek at the loadout.
That is going to allow your attack sprint to regen faster. It is the core. Like, if you're familiar with Call of Duty, I imagine most of our people watching are. That is your core loadout. So you have your your normal 3 perks, and you get your tactical, lethal, primary, secondary. And what's cool about the vests is they actually have perks baked into them. So with the infantry vest baked in right away, you're getting that attack sprint refresh even faster, and also a little bit of an extended time there. And one of the things that we've done across the board is we've increased that attack sprint, and we've also allowed you to have much more faster ADS strafe speeds as well in there.
Yeah, I do like how you guys have managed to take a lot of the vests and stuff and then make it also combined with other things, or like really have everything kind of synergized together and have you create like the optimal build here. It's quite customizable.
And it's really helped out a lot with how we balance the game in that sense, because now what we've done is we've let you take more than we normally do, but we've also balanced that out with what you can't take in that same
There are
moment.
trade-offs,
Yeah.
very clear trade-offs. I think what you're talking about, selecting the vest, selecting the boots, it's going to come at a cost, and that's where the balance lies.
Yeah, and we love that we are going into these matches. You're making decisions. You have to make those decisions before you go in, and really, have consequences if you're choosing wrong, and learn from it and go back and make new decisions.
So I can't change those in match, correct?
You can change them.
I can't change that was a trick.
The consequences. The consequences are,
Go hide
we want you to
somewhere.
be in
Yeah, I was
control.
like,
of
what?
You'll still have to live with the consequences of your actions.
I always
For
do.
that moment.
They've been haunting me for years now. Let's talk. I haven't seen anybody get one yet. I've seen a couple streaks pop off, but
I
I'm
just got
wondering
the
about
charm.
kill streaks.
Yeah.
If we have any personal favorites at the desk here.
I just
Well,
need
for sure.
the
I mean, the
blueprint.
equipment selection we have in Modern Warfare 3 is so much fun. I think my personal favorite, we'll start with the Breacher drone, which is actually a lethal. It's in your lethal slot. So it's basically a handheld drone that you pull out, and it's just slow flying down a hallway. You can clear dom points, hard points, and wipe out an entire enemy squad with it.
You want a 4-piece?
Yeah.
Equip the Breacher
It's your-
drone.
yeah.
That's your option.
It'll explode on impact. The counter to
I
that
see
one,
us,
though, it's slow moving enough. You can shoot it down if you see it, the sky coming at you.
There you go.
So in
Look
addition to
it,
that, we have a mosquito
it's the
drone,
old game.
which you shoot into the air, and it basically encircles an area and then dive bombs an enemy when an enemy approaches that area.
I will in fact say that my experience with the mosquito drone has been
I'm
quite
good. How are you?
as annoying as a real mosquito. they plague
Did
me
he?
in
Oh, I didn't
matches
see
when
it.
I've play tested, and so
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, watch
Tricky.
out.
Headphones on,
Tricky,
turn them up.
yeah.
Because that's how you know
hear
it's
that
coming.
thing coming,
Right,
yeah.
right. We have something called the ACS, which is affectionately called the capture bot on the dev team. So it's basically
What
this
are you up
box that
to?
you throw down on a dom point or hard point, and it'll capture the point for you. So you can hang back and get in cover, and then let it capture the point for you. So when enemies come to try to take it, you can take them out from behind cover. So just yesterday, I had an awesome match where I put down an ACS on a dom point and then shot a mosquito drone in the air that was patrolling. So I just like hung back and watched the whole thing unfold. An enemy rolled in there to try to get my ACS out, and then the mosquito drone got it, and I didn't have to do anything. I was just like, that's right. That's all my equipment doing
You're
the,
like, I
the
have
work for me.
crafted the master plan
Yeah.
to capture this point.
I was pretty proud of myself. It was pretty epic.
And then you went on to drop a nuke and have a big game. You know?
Yeah.
Not that good yet, but
okay, all right.
He drops 100 and shipment, guys. Don't believe it.
No, it was an awesome moment. So yeah, we just have a bunch of fun stuff coming in terms of lethals, tacticals, field equipment, streaks. We have the Guardian that gets a lot of love. It's basically, you know, this thing that you put down that's an area of denial tool. You can just, you know, it really limits enemies' movement when they run into the,
You have to work today,
the beam
CSK?
that it shoots out.
It doesn't actually eliminate players. For those of you who are going to stay tuned for Warzone later, which is hopefully all of you, I think we're going to see a lot of the Guardian in Battle Royale later. But it is that
Did you guys want to
aerial
watch the
denial,
Warzone
not
stuff
necessarily
too?
getting the eliminations, but eliminating the players
We're
who
just
are
chilling,
affected
so I don't do the
It's almost
Warzone
like a stun
thing,
grenade.
but
Yeah.
You know,
if you guys want to watch it,
and we have
we'll
something
watch
called the comm scrambler that you throw down, and it's basically it creates like the ghost perk in a certain area. So you know it wipes out enemy communication. So enemy UAVs won't work. You know, like everybody won't show up on the name map in this certain area. But the counter to that is like everyone can see
the
where
active
it is.
area.
2 hours.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so you'll get Ghost, I believe you said, if you're inside the vicinity of the
Right, the
comm
perimeter.
scrambler, but
That's
you
right.
can see where it's active on the map. So expect to be
Yeah,
to
as
be
soon as you
rushed.
throw it down, everybody knows where it is. They just kind of, you're hidden in that bubble for a little while.
Which could be very useful indoors. I think that's a
Oh, yeah.
that's a very cool tool to have. So, but before we wrap up the convo here on Core 6v6, I wanted to ask you about ranked play.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Let's.
Greg, what can you tell us, and can you give us any little details on when we can expect to see ranked multiplayer? In
We can.
Modern
So,
Warfare 3?
so our friends at Treyarch are on the case again with ranked play. They do a fantastic job with it. We love partnering with them on it. And they're going to bring that experience, update it, modernize it from Modern Warfare 2, bring that forward, and then for season 1.5, which is mid-season one.
Sometime during season one.
We will
yeah.
have it out,
Later in season one.
and that's when it's going to launch, because we want enough time where players can get familiar with everything, they can understand what's happening within the game, and start to build those restrictions within the game. And you can find out more from Treyarch as we go through development.
As we get closer, we're going to be talking more about it, but excited to say that later in season 1, we will have a ranked play coming to multiplayer in Modern Warfare 3. But that wraps up our Core 6v6 gameplay for the day. We're going to see the folks behind us switch over. We've got an exciting new mode to talk about that we're going to get to here in a second. It's called Cutthroat. It is awesome. There's so much to get into there. But first, we have a quick special announcement for all of our PlayStation players out there like me. Take a look.
When they speak of me, they want to lock your doors. C'est mignon.
I already like her. Or you know what she looks like, but I already like her.
That's cute.
Like her? Thank God, I'm a PC player.
I've never found a lock. I couldn't break.
PlayStation exclusive. Oh, you have to get the game on PlayStation.
Announcing the PlayStation exclusive lockpick
I'm just
operator
gonna be
pack, including
playing the beta
fan-voted
on
lockpick
PlayStation.
operator skin, the American Gothic blueprint, and the Starry Knife melee weapon blueprint. Lockpick is a cunning art feat with noble motivations and an exciting new operator to come to Modern Warfare 3. PlayStation players can get the lockpick operator by pre-ordering Modern Warfare 3 on the PlayStation Store with the items playable at the game's launch on November 10th. I didn't know she was a PlayStation exclusive operator. This is my main in all the playtests. I auto-lock lockpick. It is how it is.
Did you know she was an art thief?
I didn't know she was an art thief. I was like, Thomas Crown Haver, hello, it's me.
Yeah,
But we're about to
probably
head
gonna
into
have
live
the
gameplay
game on
action for a
PC.
brand new mode coming to Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. But first, a couple of words from our sponsors.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by HyperX, the official peripheral partner of Call of Duty. We're all gamers. TCL, play like a pro on the big screen with TCL Q-Class QLED TVs, up to 98 inches. Movement, the official timekeeper of Modern Warfare 3. Go to mvmt.com/COD to see the limited edition watch collab. Backbone, level up your play with Backbone and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. And Lovesack. Lovesack Stealth Tech is a proud partner of Call of Duty Next, bringing unparalleled immersive surround sound to your at-home gaming experience.
I love.
Welcome back to Call of Duty Next here at the Creators Arena.
Okay,
Everyone's
sorry.
getting ready to hop into the brand new mode, Cutthroat. And this is going to be a unique one because it's 3v3 action. So you're going to have a little bit of a mosh pit there going on.
There's a lot of threes in it.
Yeah.
It's fun to say.
It is. It is.
Really fun
It
to
is
say.
hard to
Yeah.
say after a while. It's all about elimination. So you're there. As long as your squad can take out the other two squads, that's how you're going to win. It is inspired by Gunfight. Like, you are actually, like, it is a very competitive mode. The thing that we like about it is it plays on all of our fantastic 16 launch maps that are there, and you get to play them in a new way. So in the past, like TDM, you're spawning at either side of the map. What Cutthroat is allowing us to do is put these triangular spawns in. So because they're 3 different teams, you now have 3 points. Triangle. Math somewhere in there.
Geometry, brother.
Simple maths.
Yeah. And so it allows you to experience these maps in a way that you've never experienced before, which is part of that modernization that we like to talk about in the maps. And it's a fun experience to have, super competitive, and it's one life to live mode. It's very fun.
You can regen your down teammates, though. If you
Yeah,
see
so you
one
got
of
the
your homies
revives.
Get downed. Yeah, you can go over there and revive them. That's a fun little way to, come back after.
What led you guys to want to make this mode? What was the inspiration behind it?
It was Gunfight in a lot of ways. Yeah.
Gunfight, of course, is 2v2.
2v2 is
this
Gunfight.
Really
yeah, and
taking that
it's
to the
played on
next level.
separate maps. It's played on different maps. And so what we wanted to do is be able to really focus on the 16 maps that we had at launch.
You know what
and
I
be able
hope?
to
I
have
hope
a
that they
mode
bring
is
up
as
1v1
exciting,
mode
as
again.
competitive as Gunfight in there.
Remember they used to have
and really bring
1v1
something
mode?
new to the table,
I used
too.
to
So
love
our players
that.
can go out and have fun
Or
and
even
enjoy a new
2v2 mode.
experience with their squad.
Yeah,
and you can take your loadout this time. So,
Yes,
yeah,
that's
so
what I was going to
Gunfight,
say.
yeah, right.
Unlike Gunfight, we're not.
It's by
providing
chance for me,
the
though.
squads with weapons.
I was
You can
getting
actually
ready.
bring
I
your
was gonna get rid of my
and your
PlayStation.
loadout
I was gonna
with
sell
you.
it.
That's right.
And it is.
A good thing I didn't sell it, because I could play it tomorrow.
I am so excited to see these guys play it because.
Like I
they're
said,
awesome
I
at the
plan
game
on getting
anyway.
the game
We
on
see,
PC.
Dr. Lupo here. He is on Cutthroat, and of course the objective, the capture point at the
At least she
end
said Dr.
is-
Lupo before she was like that guy. This guy.
You can't get downed, but and picked up by your teammates. Now, what happens
Not
when
anymore.
Not anymore. So now when you're eliminated, you're out. That's
Yeah.
it. You got to wait for the next round.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
No
The
respawn.
rounds
You
are
think
quick.
you would get tired
they
of
go
always
really, really
losing?
fast.
Oh,
We
yeah.
spent a lot of time making sure that you just weren't sitting
Yeah,
there with
sure.
dead air, essentially watching your teammates have fun.
Oh.
And that flag there is now available, so they can go and capture that flag. Whoever, well, they got eliminated, but whoever gets that flag first, just like Gunfight is going to do it.
Okay.
Between rounds, though, we rotate where that flag is because, again, geometry,
Yeah.
that triangle.
I mean, on
right? We could
PC,
put it
my
in the
mic
center every
works.
time, but it gets a little
On
difficult.
PlayStation, it
Yeah.
sounds like shit.
Gives players an
So that-
opportunity to move around
like,
and actually
yeah.
interact with more in the
I
map.
can use whatever
Yeah, exactly.
controller I
And
want
you're-
on the
you-
PC,
again,
or
you're
if I want to try to
experiencing
use
these maps in
keyboard
brand
mouse, I
new ways.
can.
It is a lot of fun to have in there.
But the
That guy's
the
good.
controllers is nice
Really
because
cool
I
hair.
have so many different ones, you know?
I was going to say something, but as a person who has none, I figured I would refrain from it.
No, I feel like if
Yeah, it's
anything,
crazy hair.
awesome. It looks a lot like the Operator Oz in Modern Warfare 2, actually.
Yeah.
I like that
Oh, here
guy's
we go.
jacket.
Back into Cutthroat again. I'm very interested in
haven't
these
heard
smaller
back about getting
game
the
modes
game
because
for
I think
free,
it just creates
so
opportunities for you to have
I'll
like
have to
those real like
message
intense
them.
It
interactive
is.
moments.
It's
right?
very
Yeah.
intimate, and you get to you get
So-
situations like this where you're trying to figure out like how to use your you could pop smoke here, and really just understand because you're there's this tension that's building around like when is this flag gonna pop?
Yeah.
When do I want to go in? When does I want to have my team rush in?
Is that what you do? You
I
would
believe
throw
that's it.
smoke? You'd throw smoke right here, Greg?
No, there's no reason to throw a smoke right here because you gotta wait for the flag to come up.
Oh, there's the
Sorry.
breacher drone. Breacher drone. Yeah.
You might want the
Okay.
Ooh, that's
I love
kind
this
of
guy's strat.
cool.
It's a good strat.
Yeah, we have the
There we go.
EMD
Yeah.
grenade, which would be great in this situation because
Right.
you just throw it out, pop it, And then if you get another player on the team, that they're going to show up constantly on your mini map for your entire team.
Give me a
So
second. I'm going to grab a snack.
BMD grenade, a little bit like a snapshot, but it actually is going to stick to the enemy player.
It does.
That player will then get a prompt. You might be able to tear it off, I believe.
Yeah, you just pull it right out.
But it'll track you around the map and like have way more visibility on the enemy squad there. EMD very, very clutch.
Be very overpowered if you hit them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something I haven't seen actually was the thermo barrack grenade. Because I actually do like that one because it's kind of like a Molotov, but like on steroids. So it just like does a big boom, and then also has area denial as well.
Yeah, it has area denial and it bounces, so it will not detonate on impact. So you can throw it around corners, you can throw it under cars.
You get that frag effect.
Yeah, yeah, and it adds a little bit of additional damage to explosives after the fact. So even if you survive the initial blast of that one, you could get taken out pretty easily afterwards.
Lupo just hit a clutch headshot. He is now he picked up his teammate, and we're swapping over to Favela.
Oh.
Nose itches.
Oh yeah.
I love this map.
I've gotten wiped down a few of
What's your
those.
favorite, Adam?
Out of these 5 we're playing today,
Yeah.
I have to go with Favela. I just, I know there are a bunch of high-rise stands amongst us. Yeah.
I too am a Favela stand.
But
so don't worry.
I mean, just looking at it, this is beautiful.
Greg, you're the tiebreaker here.
Oh.
You've got 2 for high rise.
I love them all. They're all my babies.
Okay, fine.
Oh, okay. All right.
can't give any of
That's
them
no
up.
favorite children here we go.
Favela is quite
Hi,
awesome with all
Billy
the
woke
movement,
up.
with everything that's happening.
Damn, look at you
And
sleeping
the
in now.
Kairos is also
Oh, come
great.
on, Greg. At some point.
They're all unique in their own way.
You know what? I'm switching my vote to a state just to.
Oh, okay.
Well, you're going to be alone.
Look at that. You split the vote. How could you?
How could I? I know.
I think I love Favela because remember that play I was talking about doing with like the capture bot and the mosquito drone that was on Favela.
Yeah.
How are
There
you?
it is.
That's why it's got a special place in my heart.
I like the little second floor store.
How was your
that I believe
workout?
You guys have opened a window up that wasn't necessarily there before, so you can kind of see down the hill.
Yeah. Yeah, and I am
Shouldn't
trash.
be any new windows.
Well, no. I'm sorry. I might have misspoken. I thought it just was more open than it was previously.
Oh, it's possible we allowed you to mantle out of it.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of those things that are in the like metrics wise. Like
Yeah.
the metrics have changed in a lot of things, like how large our doors are.
Yeah.
We actually have the doors in here. I know not everybody's thrilled with that, but it is a fun mechanic to have. It adds a lot, especially within Cutthroat, because now you're peeking those. You're able to use them for your advantage in there. We feel that they add a lot to the gameplay.
And I bring the window up only because, to your point earlier, it's those small touches that you guys have really brought to these maps that make them feel unique and
Tired?
different
Why?
and modern for the type of
I'm
gameplay
good.
we're going to see
I'm
here
good.
in Modern Warfare 3.
Chilling.
Yeah. Well, while we have a moment and we're looking at Cutthroat, let's talk about some of the other modes as well. Ground War is one that I want to talk about. We touched on a little bit earlier on. I want to dive back into it again because it's back in Modern Warfare 3. You got large-scale maps that are going to be coming at launch. And, I guess Kim, give us a rundown on Ground War because I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, I mean, we're so happy that Ground War is coming back in Modern Warfare 3. Again, this is our big 32v32 mode. It's the biggest battle that we have in the multiplayer experience. And we will be showcasing 3 new Ground War maps at launch, with 2 of them being playable in the open beta.
Start from working
I
out.
believe that's the Levin resort that we just saw there.
Yeah, right. So in the beta, we have Popov Power and Orlov Military Base.
Orlov Military
Yeah,
Base.
but these
okay.
are the 3. Yeah, you got it
These are
down.
these are
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, we also have a few new vehicles. So during the open beta, you'll be able to play, I believe, 2 new vehicles for Modern Warfare 3, with more to come at launch and during live seasons.
That's right.
Awesome. And we mentioned it a bit earlier, but War Mode is returning. In addition to Ground War, the favorite from Call of Duty World War II will be coming back with Modern Warfare 3.
It is awesome, and it is the attack defend mode. Adam spoke a little bit about it earlier, but you are Task Force 141 trying to take down the Coney group that has taken over a military base. They are launching ICBMs, and you are getting your tank out there,
pretty good workout.
escorting your
An hour
tank
and a
through
half.
a downtown area, and just having a blast doing it, and not to have a blast with the ICBMs as well.
Good pun. Good ICBM pun there.
Yeah, there was. It was trying to come
That's
out. and it just
good.
didn't
Awesome.
happen.
Yeah, I saw what you were doing there. I
Yeah,
liked it. Yeah. And also, there was a really cool tank on screen that was
I need to
just
start
causing
working
utter
out, too.
mayhem.
Right.
So that's what we care about.
It is that attack defense scenario where you are escorting that down the path, and it is a very linear combat. You have very clear lines of sight, clear battle lines. That's the gameplay that we're going for.
66, 5v5? What's the?
It is 6v6.
66. Okay. Yeah. Nice.
So it is classic war mode. If we all remember what classic war mode is, but it is linear objectives. There's 3 sets of them, and it is a fantastic experience that we're excited for players to get their hands on.
Lots to look forward to.
Ain't that the truth? There's just so many options, which is the thing that really sticks to me. Like, if you don't want to jump in with
I don't know how I feel about that game mode.
Play regular matchmaking, you could do war mode, you could do ground war. Was that, it feels like that was the mission of the studio here, to like really give players that ability to just like make the decision, go with your friends, play what you want.
And like I mentioned about some of the new maps coming in live season, we have a bunch of new modes planned for live season as well that we're looking forward to sharing very soon.
Cool.
All right, well, I'm all for it. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us here today to share Modern Warfare 3 with the world. And that is going to wrap it up for the MW3 multiplayer segment of the show. Once again, a big thank you to Adam, Greg, as well as Kim for joining us here. But now we're going to head over to one of my favorite people. It's Maven, who's got a couple streamers that he's going to be putting in the hot and ready seat presented by Little Caesars. Trust me, it's as hilarious as it sounds. Maven, who you got?
Thank you. You know, when I thought about being hot and ready, the first thing that came to mind was my guy, Legion.
Hey. I'm really proud to be the other bald guy on stage with you today. We're doing it.
It looks beautiful. Listen, the first thing you said to me is how
fun
this is, and you're like, I'm feeling like I'm 18 again, out frying.
Listen, I'm cranking out energy drink burps right now. I'm 30, I'm feeling 18. I just smoked Biffle. Where's he at? I don't know where he's at. Guy's incredible, but I smoked him with a shotgun. I'm feeling alert right now, Maven.
I can tell the second you sat down, like, my guy is locked. What have you loved the most so far about just getting
a lot of energy drinks that
Brother, all the fun stuff is really fun. The shotguns, the new tags, the new lethals. Bro, I'm just
I
out
just
here doing
realized their
anything to just
chair
make everybody
is
angry
Little
as
Caesar
angry as possible.
boxes.
I'm zooming.
Well,
Look,
was
it's
this
a little
was
Caesar
it a bit of a
box.
surprise at first, like when you got in, like how much fun you were having? Like, does it kind of defy expectations?
Listen, I was 16 when
It
Modern
looks
Warfare 2
good.
came out.
The
So all
movement
these
looks
maps that we
good.
were
The
playing in
game,
Modern Warfare 3 right now, throwing back, bro,
the guns
it's
look
just like you
good.
picked it right back up again. And I'm body. I don't know. It's so fun.
You're talented and
Coming
very
out with some
handsome
really
guy.
cool
Now, let's talk about
reactive
the chair. This is the hot and
camos.
ready seat presented by Little Caesars. We were a little bit worried about what this is going to be able to handle, especially if I tried to sit on your lap. But this is the hot seat, dude.
Did he just call him
You like
fat?
yourself some pizza?
Listen, I was a little worried that
He just
the
called him
cardboard
fat.
capacity, I'd be a little overweight. But I'm feeling really good right now, and I feel like you and I together in this hot seat together, it's just too much hotness.
Right? That
This
guy.
is too much interaction. If our bald heads connect one more time, the venue lights shut down.
Speaking of that, we got to get out of here. Let's get this over to Shift Legion. Thank you so much, buddy.
Oh, there's just always comedy with two bald guys in the mix. But yeah, I hold Shift here with the one and only Shotzi.
Reload
I gotta
cancel?
start with the fun question
Nice.
first. I mean, just enjoyment level. How are you enjoying the game to this point?
This game's amazing, man. I have nothing but good things to say about this
The
game.
stuff you
I
have
love the
from
movement,
Modern
everything about
Warfare
it got,
2 will
All right, you set me
move
up for,
over
like,
to
the
Modern
perfect
Warfare
segue.
3, like all your
Have you
skins and
found ways
stuff.
to
That's
finesse
fucking
movement system yet?
awesome.
Because I know going into the beta, that's probably your main goal is to find ways to just completely over-embellish the movement system. How are you feeling so far about how this game moves?
It moves smoothly than any
It
other
moves.
COD I've played. I feel like it has a mix of like fast and a little bit of a slower slide cancel, but yeah, I love it. It's very, very fast.
Have you broken anything yet?
I'm not broken anything, but I will say that there's like these sneakers that allow you to like slide any ADS, and I feel like that's meta right
Yeah,
now.
they have different
All right, so make sure you check out the
shoes that
stream
you
for
can
that because
put
that's going to be
on
all the
that do
hacks and
different
clues for that.
things.
Now, getting into the competitiveness, I mean, last year, lots of conversations about skill gap. Where is it going to be? Do you feel like movement is going to be one of the main focus points for those trying to take their game to the more competitive level, or where do you think that the competitive skill gap is going to be for this game?
Yeah, shoes.
So yeah, definitely movement. I feel like
Different
slide canceling
beats.
obviously is going to be very OP, and then I feel like the aim assist in this game is actually very not as sticky as other games. I feel like mid and far range, it's actually not as sticky. So that's
It
something
worked on the hit
Fair enough, Shotzi.
boxes,
Thanks so much,
so
my man.
like, of course,
you
if
can check
you
him out
hit
on
somebody
stream.
on the head,
And, well,
it
with
counts
that,
more
we're gonna
as,
go back up to
killing
Miles
them
and Lottie
compared to
to
like
give
if
us
you
their
shoot them
thoughts
in the
on what
arm.
They just saw with multiplayer
You know,
before we come
'cause
back with the
kind
team
of before it
from
seemed
Treyarch
like you would
to
just
give us
shoot
our
wherever
first
and it,
look at game footage and details for Modern Warfare Zombies. But first, a quick word from our sponsors.
Call of Duty next.
Yeah, so this time if you actually hit him in the head, then it, you know, will count for more than shooting him
NVIDIA GeForce.
in the leg.
Level up your Modern Warfare 3 PC experience with performance multiplying DLSS3 and latency reducing reflex. Herman Miller Embody gaming chairs are being used at today's event. Check out Herman Miller Gaming's entire portfolio of products at hermanmiller.com/gaming. And Elgato, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Call of Duty Next.
Who's that
My name is
lady?
Miles Ross. I'm joined here in the fireside chat. I've got one Praga, we got OVP, we got Nameless, and we have Alley Cat on the corner there. We are going to be, I suppose reacting is one way to put it now, but like, this is one of the hardest jobs I've ever had to work in my life.
I
I've
like
never been
her.
this excited
I don't even know who
about
that
COD.
is, but I like her.
Like, Legion hit the nail on the head. I'm 18 again, 34 in skin, but 18 in gunny. Lottie, first impressions, lay it on me, girl.
Oh gosh, I mean, how cool is this? I think you get that element of nostalgia, the new kind of newness from the game as well. It's refreshing all in one. I mean, for me, I think it's got to be about the fact that you can kind of almost customize what you want to do, what type of player you want to be in game. I mean, it starts with movement, and then you're looking at the perk system, but there's a balance there as well. And I'm just so excited to see what type of player, first of all, I'll be, but especially our two MP experts over here, Nameless, Ali. I mean, you guys not only talk about multiplayer for a living, but you guys play it day in, day out, so many hours
zombie gun.
grinding. Nameless, what are you making of it so far?
Yeah, I mean, you know me. I've been playing Call of Duty since way back in the day, 06 back to COD 2, and for me, what this feels like
They're
is
supposed
you're
to show
getting
the
classic
zombie
maps,
stuff, I
getting
think,
the
here in a
best
little
things
bit or
that
something
we all
like that.
fell in love with Call of Duty
At least
about,
that's the
but you're
guy
also
said.
getting the best of the innovations of recent Call of Duties as well. So it's just been spectacular seeing. We played Hardpoint on Skid Row yesterday. Who could say that in 2023? It's been amazing, Allie.
No, it really has. I think it's interesting
lot
that you
of
brought
awesome
up like the
maps
play
coming
style,
back.
because I feel like in events like this especially, like I was bringing up Warzone players, like their style of play is a little bit different from like what we see on a day-to-day basis, and even just normal content creators, they're going for snipes and stuff, and High Rise obviously a perfect place for that. So I think the fact that the movement feels so smooth, and to see everybody, there's something for everyone, right? So I mean, it's been a great day so far.
So far, so good. We have a little bit more time than we thought we'd have, guys, so we can delve a little deeper here. I think one of the coolest things, and the desk touched upon it a little bit, we got to experience yesterday when we played. We're making the most meaningful decisions, I think, ever in COD when it comes to our loadouts and our perks. So what vest I'm wearing, I ran the Demolition vest. It means I think I lose one of my tacticals, but I gain like 2 lethals, which turns me into a killing machine, quite frankly. The Breacher drone, a lot of fun. Miles. Way too much fun, actually.
That thing's insane. The Breacher drone, you just throw it in a hallway, it flies super quick. You can actually shoot out of the air. I didn't know that yesterday. I know you said you tried it, though.
I shot my own drone down accidentally. I was pre-aiming somebody in cover. They were in perfect chest high cover. I let the drone fly out, and it follows a direct path. It doesn't have the craziest range. It is fast enough. But I was pre-aiming that spot. And then
I
when
think that's a little weird that they have
I fired away,
zombies
I
coming
shot
out,
down my
'cause
own
that's a
Breacher
Black
drone.
Ops
But it's just
thing,
one of
but-
many fun new items that we have to play with here. And again, meaningful choices, like from top to bottom. What shoes am I wearing? What kind of gloves am I wearing in this loadout? How do I want to play? Am I stationary?
Technically,
I might
it
have
should
the
have been
the strafe speed
Black
shoes on.
Ops
Get my shoulders working.
time.
And, we
Black
had shots
Ops.
to talk about the tack stance.
Black
and
Ops
how
should have
he's
been
sliding
this
around the
year,
map.
because they
This
do
is
it like
something
every other
we
year.
cannot stress
You know,
this
they
enough,
kind of
friends.
stagger.
You're going to be schmoving in this game like you may have never moved before in COD.
It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm so excited.
But-
I want to hear what you think as well as the fact that you can
Now that
turn
Microsoft
a
owns
pistol
it,
basically
you know,
into an
everything
SMG.
is,
you don't need a perk. You don't need to have that on. You,
know,
can literally do
we'll
that
see.
yourself
It had-
with guns and get
it
it
had
to the way
2
that you
years,
want
you
it. I
know?
mean, running
So,
basically
it
a
better be good.
secondary
I know,
SMG with an AR. I mean, that's just stunning.
We heard them
I
talk
think
about it,
everything,
too,
all
like
of
the
that's going to
aftermarket,
change now.
weapon
You
attachments
know,
as well
about
with the weekly challenges. So
what games
there'll be
come
a
out
bunch of
when
different types of
and
variations that you have with your gun. But we saw the
what
Renetti.
comes with
It's
what
already insane. I
game,
saw
you know?
a tweet from Scump on the timeline, a 10-piece with the Renetti. So when you turn that into an SMG, I mean, it's going to be crazy. The world's your oyster.
It's going to be absolutely incredible. Ali, I've got to ask you, what are you most excited about? You play so much, but jumping
that
into the
ray
game,
gun.
what type of player do you think you see yourself becoming with
How's your
Modern Warfare 3
meeting?
now?
I just gotta order some new controllers to get used to breaking my thumbsticks all over again. Honestly, that's you know, that's something that is really close to the CDL heart. The competitive style is getting into the slide canceling and the ADSing, like Shotzi was touching on. But also, I just want to talk about the fact of like, I was 9 years old when a lot of these maps were a thing, you know, and like yeah,
This still works.
my bad. But yeah, like I was watching my dad play.
It's crazy. I had like
don't-
3
like
fucking
those are core memories
Vantages.
for me, but I never really
All
got to load
broken.
in. And so like now as a 23-year-old getting to load into
Xbox.
these maps and kind of like have the
One.
nostalgia of, oh, I kind of
Probably just
recognize
gonna use
this.
this
Like,
one, honestly.
I kind of know this map, but like not knowing every nook and cranny just yet. And like, so it's still kind of new to me, but it's also nostalgic at the same time.
And to Allie's point, like think about running around favela and being able to mantle as fast as you can in this game. Some of the different boots that you mentioned, we were messing around with that slide yesterday. It goes for a while, and you can aim in virtually instantly and cancel it as well. So there's so many different things that people are gonna get into this
Your
game and
performance
figure out. It's
review?
gonna play
What'd
a
they
bit different
say?
than obviously back in the day
Were
with
you
MW2, but a
performing?
lot better. It feels super smooth.
And that's the most important thing we've been touching upon and people have been asking us about. How does it feel? How does it feel?
Oh,
it
incredible.
feels really good. It's very, very smooth. To your point, sliding shoes
The
on.
movement does
I'm hitting
look
tack stance
smooth.
faster than ever. I'm sliding with full ADS. You can hit snipes, guys. Have you ever imagined hitting a fully zoomed in snipe while sliding? Well, MW3 is the game for you. But yeah, and we've got a lot of cool stuff. All the 1x optics, so anything red dot, a lot of the hollows. None of these things really add anything to ADS speed anymore. So the game itself in general has sped up tremendously. We were messing around with tack stance yesterday as well. I mean, sort of the canted approach to take to your weapon. I'm running a big ×8 scope, right? And I can't ADS in, but if I want to hit those kind of more CQB situations, I'm keeping maximum spatial awareness. I've got my situational awareness.
Any kind of
my screen's
disability,
up.
they
I'm
will
able
take
to use
months
a weapon with a big
and
scope
months.
in close
Like,
range,
it's-
whether it's an LMG, whether
it's
it's
not a
sniper.
fast procedure.
It's not perfect
It's not.
by any stretch of the imagination, but it's still really nice to have choices.
Takes a
to play.
long
We've got so
time
many
for them
options
to-
here. So much fun.
Yeah, I think that's the key word, right? The
Paperwork
buzzword and coming
and
off the back of what we saw on the desk.
getting
is
paid.
The choices
It
that
takes
you
a
can
long
make.
time.
And I think balance is such an important thing. I
You
think
can
in
yell
any
at
Call of Duty
them.
game, balance is key.
But yeah, it
especially
takes
when
a
you're going
long
up against
time.
players who do have a choice of what they want to run, especially with perks. But being able to
They also
have that
chew,
potential
like,
to take something away if you do want to risk and reward, you're coming in with
Very
potentially, like,
selective
silent
on,
footsteps,
you know,
you're
who
running
gets
ghosts, you're
disability.
making sure that you're the
That's
type
big.
of player you want to be. But something also is taken away from you. So that balance is so, so important, I think, in all Call of Duty titles.
100%. I mean,
Yeah, let
footsteps
'em.
are silent if you want them to be. That is a massive W. I was running around yesterday and I saw red dots on the mini map. My footsteps were silent. I was
Yell
sneaking
at
up
'em,
on
do
people.
it.
I was just having a blast. I mean, we're talking about 12 years ago when these maps came out. They look even better now. So I can't wait to get my hands on that beta, which is coming out soon.
Very, very soon indeed. Well, it's exciting to be reminiscing for very, very good reason. As we talked about earlier, we are celebrating Call of Duty's 20th anniversary, which is an amazing milestone. And with a great milestone comes an opportunity for great rewards. To celebrate 20 years of Call of Duty history, players can receive daily login rewards between October 6th to October 16th for every single daily login per day, up to 7 in total. You'll receive these
I can't
rewards,
believe
which you're
20
seeing on screen,
years.
including an old school price operator skin. That takes me back. These rewards
sure.
all will carry forward in MW3 as well, so grab them now and take them into the next title. For more details, head over to the Call of Duty blog. Nameless, your earliest memory of COD, was it like waiting in line at midnight trying to get something? What was it for you, mate?
I mean, yeah, first off, I will say we didn't have cool swag like this in these digital packs. I mean, this is that was before that time, but I mean, just playing split screen was the best like old memories I have with my friends and screen looking, trying to figure out where they were on Call of Duty 2. And now it's 2023 and we got everything, and you can still screen watch. It's right there, they're right next to each other.
Next
so
level.
We might be some players doing that here.
Incredible memories that have been had on Call of Duty. Ali, what is your earliest memory on COD?
Well, I know I talked about playing with my dad, but I think one of the more core memories, which I can't wait to break down the new and exciting stuff in that game mode coming later, has
I've
to
been
be
playing
with
COD for
zombies.
15
When
years.
I was in middle school, I'd go over to my friend Anastasia's
Oh my
house,
God.
and we'd go in our basement, we'd turn off all of the lights, and then we'd load up split-screen zombies on her big TV on the couch, and just all night on her Xbox.
Oh my God,
just
I've been playing COD for
sitting there
15
playing
years.
zombies on town
Yeah.
survival, you know, going as far as we
Jesus
could,
fuck.
training them around the lava pit in the center. So that's definitely like a core memory for me.
I love to hear that. We're going to be sharing lots more stories on these couches, I am sure, as
Yeah.
we get through
Like I
the
said, they're
rest of
like
today. But we
super
also
picky
wanted to
on
remind everyone
disability
again
and who
that
gets
early access
it
to the
and
multiplayer
all
beta
that
kicks
shit.
off tomorrow for PlayStation
I've heard of people
players,
having
and
to
next week
apply
for
like 3 or
Xbox
4
and PC
times.
players. You saw a ton of great multiplayer content today. Play that and more over the next week. Check out the Call of Duty blog for more details. I personally can't wait to see everybody get in the mix.
Or don't worry, in addition
Oh,
to
your
open
job to
beta
fire
early
you so you
access,
could get unemployment.
All those PlayStation players out there, be sure to pre-order on PlayStation Store to get an exclusive look at the Lockpick Operator Pack at MW3's launch.
Big question is, what did you guys think of Lockpick? That's another one that we saw on the desk. And I mean, there's so much to break down here. All of the team were going through every single detail, but
Looks
Ali, what
fire.
did you make of it?
I like her.
Freaking cool. Like, I know Stephanie talked about how she insta-locks her every single time that she's loading up into a game, and I might have to follow suit. Like, we might have to battle it out.
Oh
for
yeah,
who
that
gets
too.
To be the lockpick in game because
you can
she is cool.
pick your maps
I'm down
again.
with the blue
Remember,
camo
you
as
used
well.
to be
Very
able to
excited
vote
see
for
all
your
the
maps that you want to
We've
play.
got teasers of some of those skins
They're
in
bringing
game
that
already,
back, too.
trailers,
That's
you name
super
it, it's
cool.
all happening. But Lockpick available for you.
There's a
PlayStation
new
players,
mode
get that pre-order.
called
We've had
Cutthroat,
quite a deep dive
and
on
it's
MW3's multiplayer mode so far. And over
three
the past
teams
couple
of
of months,
three.
I mean, I suppose that was the best
I
way
don't
to
know how
put
to
it. We've
feel
had
about
some
that.
teasers, we've had some insights, we've had a few leaks of the return of Makarov and what that means to Modern Warfare 3's campaign. All that in store very, very soon. But now, though, friends,
What
it's
up,
time for
Gray?
something
Thanks for our follow. Welcome
quite
to Trash
different.
Pandas. How
Straight
you doing?
From our friends at Treyarch, here is a look at Modern
Yeah, map
Warfare
voting.
Zombies.
Super cool. Here it is, zombies. Zombies. This is supposed to be open world, right? I thought that's what I read or heard.
One of our patrols reported hostile contact. Then went dark.
There's one! I can see him!
Yeah, there's drops.
Threat zone. Nothing gets in. And nothing, I say again, nothing gets out.
Ugh, he ugly.
The situation is dynamic and evolving. There are other friendly assets on the ground. Join forces to take out those threats.
Oh, puppies. That actually looks fucking awesome.
Friendly squad in the AO. Moving in to assist.
Strike team, you have execute authority. Proceed to the high threat zone.
That actually looks fucking awesome. Oh, look how excited.
Forget what you know.
Hey, Augie, too.
Are real.
Oh, yeah, fucking motorcycle. What the fuck? I'm sure. Same. I'm feeling some type of way right now. Yo. What the fuck? Yo. I'm feeling some type of way right now. Damn. I like it. I don't like happy. I'm like, yeah!
You just got a sneak peek at the end of that trailer of the Soul Harvester weapon blueprint. More on that in just a bit. But now,
You wasn't
let's
a fan
welcome
of
some very
zombies?
special guests from Treyarch. 'Cause
Were
we
you
got
found the
Kevin
older
Drew,
zombies,
as well as
or just,
Miles
like,
Leslie. Kevin is
all
the
of them?
Associate Director of Design, and Miles is the Associate Creative Director. Welcome to the both of y'all, and it is so exciting to talk about some
Modern Warfare
zombies.
Z.
Fired
Let's
up.
go.
Yes.
That's pretty
It
cool.
looks awesome in here. We just swapped over to a little undead purple
We're a little
in
bit
the back.
When
We're
I think of the
getting
undead, I think of
the
purple.
ambiance.
Yeah, I mean, there's something about purple and zombies that just, it really does something for me. But
Yeah,
guys,
I like
earlier
that.
this week, we held an event at Treyarch. We were able to bring a couple of different groups of creators who are here today at Call of Duty Next.
Yeah, but I'm saying
into
like the
Treyarch.
newer
First time you
zombies
guys
versus
have
like
had
the
folks in
old
the
school
studio
zombies are like way
for a long
different.
time. It was super exciting. You want to talk a little bit about the event and some of the awesome reactions
Black
we
Ops,
got to see in
2
the room
zombies?
from these guys?
Yeah, no, it was a great
Are
experience.
way
bringing
different
in
than
those
like
people.
the newer zombies.
You know,
when it
zombies
first
is
started.
traditionally something that is a mode based on exploration, discovery, but we felt like there's so much new here. We really wanted to get a group in there and play it, get hands-on, get impressions, get feedback, and we just had a really great time playing with them.
You're getting to see a couple of the reactions in the room
Yeah,
there. They
I
got
really
to
like
see
the old
some-
zombies. You know
some
what I mean?
footage,
You just
they got
play,
some
shoot,
playtime,
and survive.
they
That's
got
it.
answered about some
The newer zombies, you're
questions.
like, you
The
know,
playtest, though, was
80 million
absolutely
fucking things you have to do.
fantastic. There were so many awesome moments.
It just felt
Yeah,
right getting them into
that's
play.
what I
gonna
kind
ask,
of got,
as,
the
you know,
DMZ
having
type
been in the
style.
lab, making this for so long, right? And then getting people to see it.
You
And-
need to try
and
the
what
old
you
ones.
guys said before, I
Old
remember you
ones,
guys mentioning
like I
that
said,
it's not
you
a thing
just
you do
survive.
often,
That's
bringing
it.
people into
The new
the
ones,
studio. So
you
that
have
must have
to,
been a
like,
very
open these
almost
doors,
revealing
and you have to go
experience
do
for you
this
guys,
and
right?
that.
Yeah, it felt very good getting outside people.
There's a lot of
besides us
shit you have
playing
to
it.
do.
Yeah.
Like,
So you're like,
having
oh, wait a
good
minute, this
time.
game is good.
Hey, this is super fun. You know? So
It's like, we were right. Yeah.
We did it.
yeah.
Guys, one of the most popular questions
A time
I
limit,
noticed,
really?
you know, ripe
Interesting.
amongst the crowd.
What happens
of
after the
creators,
time
it was
limit's
their
over?
Easter eggs. We know them, we love them, we want them in zombies. What, if anything, can you tell us? Give us a little taste.
I
A little
mean,
tidbit, a little morsel.
a little something.
we can't give
I'm
them
not
all.
giving anything.
Well, then what should we expect?
So
at
if
least, in
you
terms
were
of what's
paying
there?
attention to that trailer you just saw for the first time,
Okay.
maybe at the end, if you go back and scrub it, you might see something that you'll see that's kind of big. Now, I don't want to give it all away. There's a lot to discover in this open world zombies.
Oh yeah, and I think that is going to lead perfectly to my question, which is with so much that needs to be unpacked here. I guess, you know, what I'm curious about is like, what are the key things that you want the community to know about this iteration of zombies? The differences potentially from, you know, the previous game till this one, because you guys are having some fun with it out there.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a mode based on experimentation, and we're really doing that here. This is taking our gameplay, our classic zombies gameplay and mechanics, and putting them on the big map and all of the experiences that offers with vehicles and the vast space and the higher player count. And then on top of that, putting it in the modern warfare era where you have their equipment,
so
operators, and it just feels so badass, you know?
And it's this massive open world co-op experience. So that's something that feels exciting. It feels different. Kind of what led you guys to design?
That looks awesome,
you know,
honestly.
Modern Warfare Zombies the way that you did in this big new way.
So we just saw an opportunity with the big map to have the biggest PvE experience we've ever had in the franchise. So
Yeah.
Which
in
is
the
saying
past,
something.
we had pure PvE.
Yes, pure PvE, no PvP.
You're safe here, and there's you know, we usually have four
Kind
players.
of.
Kind of.
Yeah.
You know,
Safe
it
is
is
relative.
shooting zombies at the end of the day. Yeah. But then you mentioned like the way that the
Carbon
game's played, the
fiber
open world, but how
hood.
do the players like interact with one another in that world? Because and also like, you know, I like running solo from time to time. Is that also something that's possible as well?
Absolutely. So it's 24 players total. You can go in solo. You can go in with your squad. But what's awesome is that you're all on the same team trying to do the same thing. So when you're out in the world, you'll run into other squads or other players. You can make a decision in that moment to like combine and form a super squad.
Oh, so you
of
can
6.
form a super team.
yeah.
Yes.
Like in-game form a super team.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And that's 8 squads of 3. You can group up together. You can go lone
Kinda
wolf
cool.
it. I don't know if I'd recommend that, guys, from what I've
I
seen.
mean,
Experienced
yes,
players.
if you want a challenge, you can go in solo.
I
But
don't
it
think
is
so.
a lot of fun to grab some friends,
Did I?
form those super squads.
think
Yeah.
so.
And again, the map is massive. There's zombies everywhere. There's other surprises
We're gonna
everywhere.
get to that. We're gonna get to that.
I'm getting excited.
And so a couple weeks ago, we saw the very first look at Modern Warfare Zombies in the cinematic that we released, which really sets the stage for the narrative of Modern Warfare Zombies. And
Oh, yeah, remember you posted about it in,
and more importantly,
in
we
the
saw
Discord.
someone who I didn't think we were going to
Yeah,
see again.
that's right.
Miles, can you take us through what's going on?
What's going on?
Yeah, remember
here?
you posted about it.
100%. Yeah, 100%. So, you know, that opportunity that Kevin talked about is there's a few questions we
Ooh, what is
saw
that?
that
I wanna
cinematic.
drink it.
And if you hadn't, go and watch it. It's awesome.
look like
is-
shots.
Hold on a second. Where are we in time and place? We are between Modern
Zombie
Warfare
shot.
19 and MW22, the year 2021. And that's really important to the story
Ah,
because
touch it.
in true Treyarch Zombies fashion, we are always jumping eras, jumping moments, and really touching different timelines in interesting ways. I can't go into all of it, but there's a reason for that. Now, the next question which you're hinting to is, why is Zakayev alive? I saw him die, but did you? Did you really?
I saw him get shot. I saw him fall down a missile silo.
You saw him fall. There was blood. But in true sort of story fashion, if there's no body, he's not dead. Now, Task Force 141 went back to that silo. There was water at the bottom. It had been drained. Lots of blood. And Zakayev was gone. Now, officially declared deceased.
Guys all
But then
happy about it.
whispers emerged that he's still alive. And now, of course, in true sort of villain
that sucks.
fashion, he starts to hear whispers himself as he's recovering from falling down that silo, which he did.
Yeah, that hurts.
That hurts a little bit.
Yep.
Is about this new thing called Ethereum. And he wants to get it. And that really sets the stage. All of that, by the way, is day one getting in the door like you saw in the cinematic, which is, that's the start of the story. And players are going to experience this story just in really interesting ways.
So it's a flashback, it's canon, we've got worlds colliding
Yes.
with Cold War, with Modern Warfare. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. But the story really progresses in a new and interesting way. Let's take a look at how these come to life in the intro mission.
Ooh. Yes, yes.
Your objective is a roof-mounted comms tower. Marking location on TAC map. Once tower is active, use decryption key from Jansen's tablet to establish comms.
Watching him. Race car parts. Have you gone to your copies and cars again? Doing all that type of stew?
Clear the deck and push up top. Objective is on the roof.
I just ate a protein bar and snacking on this. Just this sits here in on my desk. This is my desk snack.
Well, you got here quicker than expected. I still need a minute or two.
Well, I guess now since the hood's all messed up, I guess not.
Protect Dr. Jansen. We need her alive.
Target down. Zakayev will unleash this hell everywhere from New York to Joburg if we can't stop him here.
Clear and hold that LZ strike team. Multiple enemies.
Oh, so you had to play like an actual like story. I just want to run around and fuck shit up.
So what you just saw there was just a little snippet of that story mission intro. And what's really exciting again about this opportunity across the open world is
the
like
story
everyone was saying, is
missions
we want to bring
you
that
can
story
do
to the
if you want
forefront.
to.
These story
you know?
missions
Like,
have
you don't have
handlers
to do them.
from the Modern Warfare world, from the Black Ops world, Cold War world that you might see. Some new friends along the way as well. And they're going to help you on this
That's
story
good.
and these missions that take you across the big map. Lots of different activities and cool things to do. Awesome cinematics and well. And again, the whole point of this is that if you're
How's
new to being a
rehab
Zombies
going?
player, we want you to experience that story. We want you to get into it. But if you're seasoned and you just want to jump in and kill some zombies,
Yeah.
you can free roam and do that and then jump to the story later. We really have embraced that open world sort of feeling across this. And that's really the exciting thing is it kind of pick your poison, that player pacing in that sense. But
Modern Warfare 3 is about options.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more prevalent to me as I'm hearing you guys talk about this like throughout the day. Super awesome and great to see that like the player choice is very prevalent, right? But Zombies has been a mode that's been in the game for such a long time. It's really. It runs side by side, parallel to Call of Duty and its incredible legacy. But there are still players that are going to be new to this.
That's
that are
also
coming
good.
into this with a fresh set of eyes for the first
Painting
time ever.
would be
What's
bad.
in store for them? Because this could be a little jarring, right? There's a lot of stuff going on over here.
Absolutely. So zombies can be pretty intimidating, and we know that there might be a lot of players who might only play Modern Warfare, or DMZ, or Warzone. So we've built this mode to make sure that they can have success and have fun, and also support our veteran audience. So
and on a brand new
map, and we'll talk about that more later.
Not later.
But here for this mode, we've broken it down into 3 tiers of difficulty. So you're going to infill on the outer edges, and this is kind of like lower level difficulty. And new players can really hang out here for the duration of a match and have a great time. But our advanced players are going to want to try to get into the center of that map as soon as possible. That's where Zakayev threw that vial and started this entire incursion.
What an arm on him.
Yeah,
I gotta say.
Yeah.
He yeeted the vial. Now we have a hot zone.
Yep.
And now we have to pay
Hate to
for
see
it.
it.
All right. Well, then let's look at the flip side of that one, though, right? Because we talked about the new players, how we get those folks into the game and have them playing something outside of their comfort zone, so to speak. But one thing that we know is that there are core Zombies fans that love this experience, live and breathe it. So what do you have for them?
Yeah, absolutely. When you talk about that fusion, and like Kevin said, the experimentation was, well, how do you bring all those core zombie Treyarch features into this new world? And we've done just that. You can see we've got the mystery box. We've got wall buys. We've got the pack-a-punch, the pat machine. All of these things are spread out across this ginormous map. And as you go in, it's up to you. Where do you want to buy them? How do you want to accumulate your arsenal and your loadout? How do you want to tackle this world? But those zombies features are super key to making this feel fresh and really an evolution of that sort of open world feel as you get more powerful. And again, it's fused with the Modern Warfare DMZ feeling as well as buy stations as well, using the score streaks.
You're going to see features that you recognize if from experiences in other modes.
100%, which you may not have had in other zombies. So that's where we've married them together in interesting ways. But
it's awesome.
The most important core feature, of course.
It's a sweet new feature, folks.
What?
Is our cereal. You can't find this in the map. I wish you could. Yeah. It's actually delicious, though.
Yeah, it's here at Call of Duty Next. It has some awesome features. It's
a real cereal?
The light,
it's outrageous.
I may or may not have taken a box of those.
Oh, yeah,
already.
I've stolen this.
I mean,
this
a crate. I'm not talking about a single box. I'm talking a single crate.
Oh, wow.
What came off the truck? You know?
Wow.
And shout out to Off Limits Cereal for making this with the box bespoke for Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, and it's a woman-owned business, which is dope.
Awesome.
And it
clang,
goes in the
clang,
dark.
bang.
Yeah. So I would be remiss to not hit on one of the really core features for our Zombies players. And that's the Wonder Weapon, guys.
Yes.
I need to know.
Yeah, so of course we have a Wonder Weapon, and it has been custom made again for this open world experience. It is the Scorcher.
Oh my word.
I'm going to let you just look at it for a
Look at that
second.
first raise.
Yes.
That thing is huge.
It's absolutely amazing. So
Thank you.
the Scorcher, again, is built for demolishing the highest density of zombies
like 10
you've ever
targets.
seen
The
before.
hordes.
Oh, yes,
We're
the
gonna melt hordes.
Absolutely. And then on top of that, it's got an alt fire that launches you into the air so that you can use it to engage. If you want to jump into a horde, if you want to get away from the horde of zombies, if you want to jump on a building or over a building, like it's really...
Wait, so you can like rocket jump with it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's once you get into like basically the flow state of using it and it's in your arsenal, there's no limit. Chef's kiss.
Okay,
Chef's kiss.
Chef's
Wonder
kiss,
Weapon.
you're like, I'm the
Scorcher. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic.
Part of what makes Zombies so special, especially with this new open world field, is the replayability. Is this? It's not a one and done game mode. So how is Modern Warfare 3 Zombies gonna push that forward and take the next step in terms of what keeps players coming back for more every time?
Yeah, so this is a really kind of replayable mode. It's an extraction exfil mode, right? So you're trying to get deeper and deeper into the map, and at first you're not going to be that successful. You're going to have to play a lot over and over, gain mastery, try to take things out, make sure you successfully exfil so you can come back in the next time hit the ground running with the right stuff.
Yeah. And when you talked to me, we mentioned it before, we saw Zakayev yeet the vial in the cinematic. That has created the incursion zone, that super hot area we saw a little bit of on the TAC map. Can you talk to me about how the storm will play into the map, what that vial did, and what the gameplay repercussions are going to be for the player there?
Yeah, so this thing is in the map, and it's the source. It's spreading the dark aether, so it will always be there in the map. It's going to dictate this time limit. At 45
here's the
minutes,
time limit thing.
It's going to start growing and completely consuming the map, and that's where you need to get out.
Yeah.
And a lot of zombies.
And it gets really, intense.
So it's a total 1 hour
session
limit. Yeah, 1 hour session. Again, those.
Oh, okay. And I guess
it goes back to getting in. Again, player pacing. You want to stay on the outer edges. Awesome. You want to challenge yourself, go into medium and high threat. But the Ether Storm waits for no one, and it will come. And it will make the zombies harder.
Yeah.
And that's part of the challenge and fun is, are we going into the storm to cleanse it?
Yeah.
Are we avoiding it?
What are we going to find in there?
the hell out of
What's
Dodge?
the exfil plan?
What are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
Is really where you get into a lot of fun.
And
So at
really,
the end,
too,
you're
when
just
you
in this
think about
little
that
tiny
heat map for zombies, part of that is going to be
circle?
gearing up. You said you're spending, a lot of players will be
one's-
spending a lot of time
it's like
on the
Warzone.
outer edges of the map or in the yellow.
1 hour though,
Gearing up,
that's
getting that loot, collecting the right things that
That's a
we
good
need to
amount
have
of
a
time.
successful infill. But one of the most exciting things about that is how weapons will carry over from match to match.
Yeah, so if you're familiar with DMZ, We have contraband weapons, so everything you're finding in the match, you can take out and bring it with you. We
Item persistence.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have insurance slots, but we've really taken that to the next level with all the zombies upgrades. So, you know, in the past, you've had to do all that just in game and you lose it. Now, all of those things have been formed into a consumable version called acquisitions. So things like Pack-a-Punch, weapon rarity, ammo mods, wonder weapons.
Yeah.
All of those things you can find in the match and you can decide to use them then, or you can take them out and just start the next match, load up,
And
pack a
feel
punch,
hot.
drink
Yes.
4 perks immediately, and now
Feel
you're good to
hot?
go. Like you're going all the way into the high
Oh,
thirties.
come on,
into
hot.
the
That's
red
what you said.
zone, juiced up on perks, right?
Yeah.
Already got your
Quite a
weapon.
difference,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
yeah.
But what was the, I guess, like inspiration? Was it just, hey, let's just try something creative, different, fun, do what Zombies has always done and push the bar?
Yeah, it's just like introducing this different kind of pressure with the time limit, but then now giving players this additional ability to bring things in is huge.
Yeah, it's
Sure.
it's part of that. How do you ease new players and seasons players, right? It kind of relates to rounds. If you're familiar from that, is like when you get into the higher zones and you have more of that arsenal. That's for those seasons
They're gonna
players.
feel it.
They're gonna feel it and they're gonna want that challenge. Well, you know what? There's a big challenge there, so you better be loaded up on a bunch of stuff coming in to really succeed.
Just like
All right,
that,
we're getting
Taylor.
into the lightning round here. Finally, Miles, I asked you before. You said that Zombies is all about discovery, and it is. We know those secrets, those Easter eggs are out there lurking in the world. But of all the secrets, again, I'm going to pressure you.
Keep going back to the well here, Steph.
What can you tell us? What should we be looking out for?
You know, I can't get into all of the secrets. I want to, but the team would kill me. There's a lot in there. But
We want people to find them.
we do want them to find it, but we have, again, taken advantage of this map. There's a lot there on day one for Discover. We love watching the community find these things. That is part of the fun. So we don't want to spoil any of it, but there's a lot in there, and we're already planning some fun stuff to come later as well.
Well, look,
more coming.
You're not getting it
More
out of
coming
us.
You know
in the
what?
live
Steph,
seasons.
Steph might be trying to dig deep. I will never do that. Ever in a million years. But what can you guys tell me about the monsters?
There
What
you
do you
go.
tell us about all the monsters that we have coming up here? Because there seems like there's some wild ones that are going to be available for players to fight against.
There
We
was
have
some
a
weird
full gambit.
monsters.
It starts with just our zombies. We have more zombies than we've ever seen before in one space. They completely fill up this map. Anywhere you go,
Puppies?
there's going to be danger. But then we have all of our other awesome enemies. So Hellhound, our Mimic, who can disguise himself as a cache in the map, so you have to be careful.
I'm pretty sure it comes with the game.
The Disciple, he
Oh,
buffs.
that was me this morning.
Just waking up.
Coffee.
Buffing zombies and life
Oh,
training.
look
The
at that
Mangler with
motherfucker.
his cannon and ranged attacks. So just all sorts of threats.
That guy
But
kinda
the
looks like a monkey. I
Mega
don't like those either.
Abomination, he's about 3 times bigger
Oh.
than we last saw him. He's
Yeah, 'cause
so
he needed
big
to be
now.
bigger.
He has like guys just like hanging on him.
Absolutely.
His
Thrown some
body.
crawlers under his stomach.
Oh,
and
fun.
The dingle dangles.
He can't fit in buildings anymore. He's so big. So he needs
Dingle
those guys to
dangle?
go
He'll still
inside.
get you.
and-
His
But
dingleberries?
this is when you talk about like that opportunity of open world is, okay, you think you're going to be safe, I'm going to run inside. No, absolutely
Yeah,
not.
I'm pretty
The
sure the
Abomination will
zombies
send
comes
in
with the
these little
game.
creatures, and they will try to explode
It'd be
and
kinda weird
flush
if
you
they
out. So
sold it
really, it's,
separately.
do you want to die by the lasers outside, or do you want to die by these zombie explosions? Again, it's up to you.
Your choice.
It's your choice.
Choose your own adventure.
That's right.
I don't want any of those
Perhaps more
farting
terrifying
zombies.
than monsters even for the first time.
That's
There are
right.
humans
Yes.
in zombies
They
as
were
well.
the real enemies all along.
So this enemy PMC group
Yeah, absolutely.
is in the world.
That's another, you know, again, important to the story when you go back to Sakayev and this Terminus Outcomes PMC group. They're his muscle that he's hired. They found that Ethereum. They want more in true sort of bad guy fashion, and they are across the map. So for the first time, you're going to be able to, if you want, fight
That's
these AI.
interesting.
There's gameplay loop tied to them where there's a progression on that side, and you can run into them. You can avoid them if you want. If you just want to chill out and shoot zombies all day, that's great. You want to mix it, that's cool.
What?
Or
Is that real?
Or
the coolest thing is to take a horde of zombies, and Kevin loves to say it's like a hornet's nest, which it is you shoot a few, you get a big horde of them,
They're upset.
and you basically train them right into the
Oh,
human
that's
AI.
cool.
And,
Okay.
And it's basically the zombies are third-partying,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Which is awesome. So we're 100% team zombies, and you just kind of sneak by as they're causing all the carnage, so you can loot, get what you need, and get out. But it's really
Look at that guy.
just I can't express the moment when you unleash your own zombie horde on the human AI. It's really satisfying.
Awesome. I can't wait. Well,
So-
you guys saw it after the Zombies trailer earlier, but in a couple of minutes, Lottie's going to give you all the details on the Soul Harvester weapon blueprint. Stay tuned. That thing is absolutely absurd. It's 100% something that you're going to want to see in Zombies day one. But I have some other news. We got a little taste of that big map that you guys keep talking about. I am excited to announce that the big map you saw here teased in Modern Warfare Zombies was actually your very first look at the brand new map coming to Warzone. We're deep diving into Battle Royale coming next.
Oh boy, it's going to
Stay
be
tuned.
awesome stuff. Firstly, Kevin Miles, I want to thank you guys so much for your time. Your passion is infectious. Your love for this is truly
Excited to be
inspirational,
here.
and I'm excited to try it out now.
I wish we could stay and talk about it. Yes.
I think we
You didn't
could.
draw your self-portrait.
Well,
Kevin drew some lovely Zombies artwork
I
today
think we
that
could talk about this all
will be
day.
debuting later.
It's going to be awesome. I'm sure everyone's so
Thanks for
excited to
having us.
jump into Zombies. And thank you guys so much for sharing that love for this. And that, of course, wraps up our Modern Warfare Zombies portion of this show here. But next up, it's Warzone with live Warzone gameplay and new map details are going to be coming your way. But first, a quick word from our sponsors.
Call of
Little
Duty
Caesars
Next,
pizza?
brought to you by HyperX, the official peripheral partner of Call of Duty. We're all gamers. TCL, play like a pro on the big screen with TCL Q-Class QLED TVs, up to 98 inches.
Yeah,
Movement,
70 buckamoonies.
the official timekeeper of Modern Warfare 3. Go to mvmt.com/COD to see the limited edition Watch Collab. Backbone. Level
Watch
up your play with
Collab.
Backbone and Call of Duty
Collab?
Warzone Mobile. And
The
Lovesack.
collab.
Lovesack Stealth Tech is a proud partner of Call of Duty Next, bringing unparalleled immersive surround sound to your at-home gaming experience.
COD for free? Who's giving COD away for
Ladies and
free?
gentlemen, mesdames, messieurs, welcome back to Call of Duty Next. Zombies, where do we even start? Oh my God! I mean, it's what we've got the spiritual successor to Outbreak from Cold War. We've got everything we know and love about zombies, and a big old look at what they called the big map. Did you notice at home when you saw that screen grab? Oh, that's a big map. That's the sort of map I could see 100-something players jumping into and fighting until the very last man or woman standing. Guys, zombies, let's get into it. The ray gun on desk right now obviously is very, very appropriate. It looks sick. It looks fun. I mean, I cannot wait, frankly.
I think the big thing is that it's almost like a gateway for others who have never played Zombies before. It's Warzone type of style. You have also Ether, waves of Ether.
I'm still
coming
hoping
in
that
make your life
they get
a
it
lot harder,
to me
a lot
for free,
harder.
'cause
as if Zombies wasn't hard enough.
I'm just
But
on the-
there
I'm
is something
waiting
for
to hear. I
everybody
haven't
in
heard
the
from
Zombies
them.
game. It's so fun. I actually, could see a
I got
couple
one
of the
last
pro
year,
players
but
in the
had the
CDL
game already.
reacting to Zombies and being like, hold on a second.
You got a free
Our good buddy Sim is already tweeting about it, saying zombies look sick. It does look sick, Sim. You're absolutely right. But Ali, I mean, this is like we're gonna pull up as a squad. We're gonna have our own whip. All of our
That's how
skins
it
are
goes for
involved.
me,
We can
though.
enjoy the cinematic story moments, and then we can get absolutely into the action and play around with the zombies.
Absolutely, Miles. I know that you're going to be on the outskirts for a hot minute. Don't worry.
Yeah,
don't
you
worry.
slow.
Yeah, don't worry. Me and Ant will take all of the really difficult hordes as we head towards the center. It kind of gives me, because I played a lot of Outbreak, so I am kind of curious as to, like, they talk about the 3 different levels. Like, how serious are we talking about the jump between those levels? You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited to jump in.
Well, what I found like really interesting
can't tell if
was
that
the way
lady
that you
has
can
a
exfil
wig on
weapons
or
and bring them
not.
back later on, right? Because like we can
There's
have
something
strategies
weird about
like
her
you can get all the
bangs.
perks, I'll get a crazy weapon,
know what it
Ali
is.
gets another crazy weapon, and then we come back in and instantly go to the hot zone. So Zombies looks amazing, man, and those monsters were
Those
terrifying.
zombies
We heard
do
the
look
devs so
amazing.
passionate talking about how insane the zombies are going to be in this game, and that's what I get most excited about. I just want to see that whole horde come towards me. I want to have that crazy scorcher, light them all up, and get to the action right away. But they have those layers for everybody. If you're new to Zombies, you can just stay on the outside, loot up, and take your time. So a bunch of different elements to this year's Zombies, and I'm super excited to get in there.
Certainly are tons of elements to be excited for, and we're also so excited to announce the Soul Harvester Tracer Weapon Blueprint for the Modern Warfare 3 Vault Edition. This gun is stunning. It will be available starting October 17th in Modern Warfare 2
The
and
Soul
Warzone to anyone who
Harvester.
pre-orders the Vault Edition, and comes to Modern Warfare 3 on launch day, November 10th, folks. Make sure that's in your calendars. You're going to want to run this blueprint, I promise you, when the Haunting launches, because in addition to the tracers and custom death effects, it will help you collect souls faster in a special upcoming event. Stay tuned. And you can turn
you get
those souls
the-
in for rewards as well. So when
got
Modern
the Vault
Warfare launches, the blueprint is going to come with the dead wire ammo mod that lets you electrify undead hordes.
You mean to tell me there is an actual weapon that can fetch me their souls? I just wanted to get it out on broadcast. Sorry,
to get
guys.
it in, didn't he?
Plenty, though. Still coming up later today. COD Next doesn't finish just yet. We've got a day of Call of Duty action ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen. Immediately following Next, we will be COD Bowl 4, presented by USAA. Join the top Call of Duty streamers and military esports teams as they compete for the coveted COD Bowl trophy, which has actually been in space, funny enough. 100% of the net proceeds from today's tournament will go toward placing more veterans into high-quality jobs. Now, we have a lot of Call of Duty fans. We've actually got a short message from someone who wants to say a very, very quick hello to all of you.
I know the Vault Edition wasn't really worth it the last couple of CODs.
Que rollo plebada, pura Modern Warfare 3 y pura WP.
Rita, look, it's our homie! Our homie? Sing us a song.
Peso, thank you very much.
Thank you
ever
so much. I mean, pretty cool actually, isn't it? I love how many people are so interested, obviously,
it's our
in
homie.
Modern Warfare 3. I mean, who wouldn't be?
Hour of the tease of something to come. Lloyd, what's that all about, mate?
Well, I'll tell you what, right now, welcome to the TCL Power Hour. During this next hour, we will have our streamers try to complete a series of challenges while in the middle of Battle Royale. Now, there are 9 challenges, and with them come 9 opportunities for you, the viewer, to have a chance to win a 65-inch TCL TV. Now, look at these, okay? We need to talk quickly about how these potentially might go down. Did you catch a glimpse of any of those challenges? What are we thinking?
Yeah. I instantly saw the one where you have to get, I think, like a double elimination with a drivable train.
Oh, what? Yeah, wait.
A drivable train?
One more time so the people out there.
You have to get a double elimination with a drivable
What is that?
Hold on.
It's a train you could drive, guys. More on that later. But we did this last year. It's a lot of fun. So when our streamers are involved in that big old game of Warzone, we're going to be keeping an eye on these challenges. And if we do manage to complete that bingo card of
I was going to say, you should print one on your 3D printer.
Yes, and during this next hour, to enter for a chance to win, you need to submit a tweet using the hashtags #CODNext and #TCLXCOD sweepstakes. For each challenge completed by our streamers during the TCL Power Hour, a winner will be randomly selected from all eligible entries received for a total of up to 9 winners, folks. We'll be keeping you guys updated on completed challenges as we see them come in, but we also do ask that you help us out as well. So take a screenshot of a challenge being completed and tweet them to #CODNext.
Yeah, it'd be really cool to have like
TCLXCOD
like
sweepstakes.
hanging on the wall or
with
something.
that, very, very excited. But with that, our time has come. We're now going to hear a quick word from our sponsors. And then it's back over to Golden Boy and Stephanie at the desk with a very, very special guest, Raven. And then it's time for Warzone. Don't go too far.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by Little Caesars, a proud
Little
partner of
Caesars.
Call of Duty Next and Modern Warfare 3. NVIDIA GeForce. Level up your Modern Warfare 3 PC experience with performance multiplying DLSS 3 and latency reducing reflex. Herman Miller Embody gaming chairs are being used at today's event. Check out Herman Miller Gaming's
I want one of those
entire
chairs.
portfolio
They're
of
so
products
expensive.
at
They look so comfy. I heard they're
hermanmiller.com/gaming.
comfy.
And Elgato, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next.
Ow, my back. Speaking of chairs.
Welcome back, everyone, to Call of Duty Next, and it's now time to talk about something I know all of you people at home are excited to talk about. It's Warzone,
That would be
and
fucking
what we should
cool,
all
really,
expect in the next chapter as we go into Modern Warfare 3. At the desk, we're now joined by Ted
so
Timmons. He's the
expensive.
Senior Creative Director
Oh, my butt.
at Raven Software. Ted, it is a pleasure to have you here, my friend. How you feeling, man?
This is something else. I can't wait to show you what Raven's
Yeah, 250 players, you know, it's kind of big.
It's something, yeah.
Just a couple close friends.
Yeah, I mean, we
dropping
just
by.
couple
homies.
Playing some games,
Have a cup of
around.
tea.
Yeah, a cup of tea.
You know, do our thing.
I'm still thinking about the people behind the screen.
We're in the right place. We'll offline.
We definitely are. But yeah, we're really excited to have you and talk all things Warzone because I know everyone's chomping at the bit to get this
Here's a
information.
metal folding chair. I thought you were going to sell your
bit
PC.
earlier.
No, you're
There's
not
a
going to sell
new
your
map coming to Warzone
Yes.
later this year.
Metal
I'm happy to
folding
say.
chair sounds
But Ted,
horrible.
Tell us where
on
we're
your
headed.
butt. At least on my butt, it
Welcome
sounds
to
horrible.
Ooh, okay.
It sounds like sciatic nerve
Take a look.
pain.
Here's Urzikstan.
This is it. We've
We've
been
got-
waiting. We've been sort of hinting all day long, right?
Hinting all day long, a little bit for the last week. It's, of course, got 11 unique
11
POIs
unique
here.
POIs, all seamlessly integrated, brand new map, full of wonderful nostalgia that we'll dive into as well. when we
Yeah,
play.
you can get
And you
a
mentioned
good
this
PC
is
for
where,
1,500.
the Middle East meets Europe
Eastern
a little bit,
Europe.
Eastern Europe
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yes.
And Urzikstan will, of course, be familiar
Yes.
to many Modern Warfare players as a central
That graphic
location
kinda sucked, I'm not
from the
gonna lie.
campaign, of course, where Farah is from.
Yes. This is my personal favorite point of interest, Zaravan City.
Okay.
You've got the huge construction site with the crane that's got an ascender.
That's
If you
actually
look
pretty cool.
carefully, you might see a zip line or two, which we'll talk about.
Oh,
Yeah,
a little
zip
later.
line, you say.
I saw that, and that definitely caught my eye. But any opportunity to also be in more lush environments with that industrial spin, I kind of like the Sorokin Industrial
Yeah,
as
this
well.
is
for
on
that.
the northern side of the
Yeah.
map. Again, when we think about something like Warzone, you need those industrial districts. We got pop-off power. I made a joke yesterday with our creators that they'll be popping off here, I'm
Pop
sure,
off on
later
pop off?
today. Yeah,
That's going to be a thing.
That's how it
wonderful point
works.
of interest. This is Shahin Manor. Again, like really built around that kind of close quarters combat
Ooh,
that
I
we
love
want our
that
players to experience.
Awesome interiors here. I've had some really fun close quarter engagements here.
Lowtown.
Lowtown.
It's where the rats are going to be hanging out. Here in Old
Yes.
Town,
The
these are next to
rats?
each other. There's a train line running through it. This is sort of in the centralized area of the map, so we expect this to be a hot drop.
Yeah, Old Town, Low Town,
Yes.
put nearby one another. Of course,
Yeah.
we've got this beautiful ruined architecture, sort of a bit of those touches across the map here. And
All of military base. I'm hearing this is your favorite POI, huh?
my personal favorite, I love a military base way back in Verdansk. You can find me
Fair.
at the military base. And
Very
so
familiar,
these
this.
bunkers speak to me.
What's sticking out to me, looking at all of these different locations, is density. There's
Yes.
a lot in between different buildings, different locations. It really feels like there's going to be some fun opportunities to get some good fights in.
Yeah, it was one of our focus points, and I love this vista shot of the map, but it was genuinely one of our focus points was to say, how can we make a more dense map where it feels like, in terms of like rotation opportunities, the regain, that there's always some way like you can go and kind of call home. So
yeah,
glad it's coming
Yeah,
across.
and we touch on. I think what's really interesting is you and I have talked. Warzone has been here for a number of years now. We've had a lot of opportunities to take those experiences, and it feels like you guys have really worked to apply those experiences to this map.
Yes. It's one of those things where when we start to talk about the game, we always reflect on, the many, many years of
was actually
Warzone
gonna
now,
get
what
rid
our
of that
players
bot.
have loved. So I think when players play, and you'll see this very shortly, there's little bits of every map that we've had to date, but at the same time, it has like a freshness to it. Like when we think about new maps, it has to have a newness at the very same time. So they're dropping in. This is
They're
it.
dropping
right?
in. This is
First
the
time.
very first time you
Here
are
we go.
seeing live gameplay from Urzikstan.
And
the
who
brand
better
new
than
Warzone
Dr.
map.
Lupo to take a look at, because
start us off.
he's going to pop a few heads from across the map too. So I mean, he's even trying to do it a shot.
I mean, they're warming up, but I've seen him crush with shotties to an MP, so I have faith.
Always does. This is actually quite exciting to check out here, especially that, we got ourselves a little bit of a fight happening here. So I think Lupo does manage to get the better. And just again, it feels so fluid. And I think one of the points that is really sticking to me here is also just on that movement front as well, right?
Yeah, it was very
Yeah.
important to us.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and so tell us, Ted, Warzone shares the same foundations of Modern Warfare 3. Raven worked really closely with Sledgehammer to
That's
make
awesome.
sure all of those gameplay features that we covered in multiplayer earlier today are aligned with Battle Royale. Can you take us through that a little bit?
Yeah, as you mentioned, we've been working with Sledgehammer all year. They've been a great partner because we know when we make something like a big Battle Royale map, we need that movement to feel fluid. We need the traversal mechanics, the mantling. Everything needs to work well and seamlessly.
Yeah, and it's the classic Call of Duty feel, right? You're obviously going to be getting that here, but to see that, I guess would the word be parody? I guess I'm thinking of just basically seeing how
Continuity.
continuity is a better
It's
a
like-
way
That's
better
the word
word.
we use.
It's
Yeah.
experience it with synergy across all
Yeah.
the modes.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, synergy. I love it.
I love that
I
word.
love that we managed to fit synergy.
And
in
at the
this
same time, we saw earlier on from Greg and the team that they increased their health to 150 to actually match Warzone. So
Yeah.
not only is there a synergy with movement, there's also a synergy with the gameplay itself.
That has to be
Yeah.
pretty awesome for you as well, having been involved in Warzone for so long and the amount of love and passion you have for it. To see like, hey, when players load into the game, like the experience is going to be the same. So try it out, right? The water's warm.
Yeah, move around. We saw zombies. We saw, now with Warzone, we really want our players to move between all these different experiences.
This is one of my favorite weapons that I can pick up in the map right now. I love the scope on it.
Yeah.
I hope Dr. Lupo likes it. As
Yeah,
much as
let's
I do.
see. I mean, I expect a lot of people to use this today. Oh, they're up in the
Oh,
crane.
they're in the crane.
Let's go.
Okay, so Ted, the crane has a vertical ascender for you to get all the way up there.
Oh, because it's such a good redeploy mechanic. You can literally use the map to redeploy. You know, you can go up to the crane and jump off and go to wherever you need to go.
So he's just equipped a Guardian.
Yes.
Guardian, we talked a little about in MP. I said I'd talk about it more in Battle Royale because I think this is something we're going to see a lot of today. This is a new kill streak. Can you tell us a little bit more about how it's going to play out in VR?
It's I mean, I don't want to critique that gameplay there,
Yeah.
but maybe, just maybe, if he'd put it down, that could
You
have
wanna
been
get
the
it on
area of denial that he
PC?
actually needed to win that encounter.
What,
so
this
it's
game?
very much about
Wait, what?
if you're being pushed,
Who
or
do we
if you
get
want to
on
defend an
PC?
area, get that Guardian down to keep you safe effectively.
Yeah, so again, it's not
Warzone?
eliminating any players, but it's
COD?
that stun effect
Yeah, sure.
that it's having on
Look
players.
at where he is now.
Uh-oh, the gulag. and is that a fully kitted out gun as well? that I'm
So
seeing?
this one's not. This is
Okay.
actually just I think it's normal AR.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
But what's interesting about the Gulag is we've gone back to this 3-lane experience that we've had.
So this is
at
the
the
brand
SBA.
new Gulag, simplified.
Oh,
It's 3 lanes.
close. Oh, he'll be kicking himself
But
out
it's
one.
got a little treat in the middle there that we didn't see. We might see it later. Can you
Yeah.
tell us what we can expect?
So with this
Gulag
group
today?
of
I like how
players,
some
they
people
are so
have
good
like
at
their
this game.
full
So we'll
body,
have to
like
see
you
if,
can see them
the
well on the
Gulag
camera,
lasts
and you got
for
other
a long
people
time.
where you just
But
see
for
like
anyone at home,
their
in
forehead.
previous war zones, we've had a capture point, which was the overtime mechanic. But this time around, it's an ascender, and a rope drops down from above, and you can ascend and get out.
So it's kind of like, you know, I'm a big pro wrestling guy, so it's kind of like escaping Hell in a Cell or something like that, right?
That may have been some of the inspiration.
Okay, I'm all about that, baby. That makes me very, very, very happy. But as we continue to see these players just like run around, they're being hunted
by a bounty.
currently, so we got a bounty up right now.
Yeah. So what I love about the bounty that we've updated is when they complete the bounty, or should I say if they complete the bounty,
Yeah.
they'll actually get 1 UAV ping, which is a new mechanic that we've added for the bounty this time around.
Okay.
And so this was a bounty that you brought back from Warzone originally.
I didn't see if it was the big game bounty or
Oh,
the
see,
normal.
I was talking about Big Game Bounty. I
Well, that's a
assumed
good
this
segue.
was Big Game Bounty. Can you talk to us a little bit about that contract, which is new?
Yeah, the big game bounty was a fan favorite going back to the 3rd year of Warzone. And it's something that this group in particular, like the really high skilled player.
Welcome back.
I don't know why they love it, because it effectively marks the highest killed player
Good for
in
content.
the game. But it's great for content.
Great
It's
for
got a great
content.
reward with the advanced UAV. So yeah, really happy.
You want to be
bring this back.
recognized for our hard work in
Oh,
game,
100%.
you know?
I mean, I'm never going to get marked, so I'm cool.
Yeah.
Like, I love the contract. I'm
Same
safe.
here.
Hi,
I'm safe.
Matt! How are you?
It marks the player with the most kills.
Most kills in the match, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And if you complete it, you get that advanced
The
UAV.
advanced UAV, which
Yeah,
is super
which
powerful,
which is
great
awesome.
for the end game. Yeah.
Actually, now as the game continues to play out here, and our competitors kind of get the lay of the land, I find it to be really refreshing for these players that, you know, they were just toiling around in Modern Warfare 2 maps, you know, old Modern Warfare 2 maps, but now they're going into something fresh and new. Was that like an
gift
objective
bag?
for
How
you guys
nice.
with this map to make it feel just fresh, to make it
Yeah.
feel like you're jumping into this with a new pair of eyes?
So whenever we think
nice.
about a map, you have to think about both the map and the gameplay. Like
Sure.
they're so intrinsically linked. So hopefully a little bit later on, we'll see some of the gameplay that we kind of hinted at. I saw the team beforehand hinted at the drivable train. Haven't yet seen if a team landed on that. But that's the newness, you know. It's the new map plus the new gameplay, and those things combined will yield today's experience that everyone's playing.
Yeah, and also feels like a lot of quality of life features, right? And also some great gameplay features that have been introduced into this that I'm also looking forward to, because traversal, a big thing in VRs, you got to be able to rotate effectively. If not, you're going to get wiped
We're
out to the circle.
Seeing one right here,
And would you
actually.
look
I
at that?
Are they
see
gonna
a
use
zip
it?
line off in the distance.
Huh?
We're going to get a better look at them
Even
here.
better.
This is the crane we were talking about earlier,
Yeah.
so that's the
So
vertical
you can go up.
ascender.
Yep.
Okay.
But
And
for the first time, in
you can
addition to
redeploy.
going up.
Redeploy drones. As
Oh,
soon as the
that's
map
cool.
launches. We're bringing those across from Al Mazrah. But then, here's the new
Nice.
The new.
I was
So-
going to ask when we were going to get horizontal zip lines.
Yeah, so I mean, we were so happy to bring these into the map. It really fits the POIs and the layout of the land.
Yeah.
but also, you know, this group here, they're going to use them to push another team.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas for a lot of our players, they might use it to move
Evade.
away or evade
Yeah.
a team. So it's got, you know, dual purpose. I'm sure we'll have encounters where they meet each other.
On the zip lines,
When two
yeah.
players on a
They
zip
go,
line,
they go past.
They go past each other. Okay,
but you can use your AR. So.
But I mean, like, you should shoot.
Yeah. You could duel like an old British
right.
horse.
You can do like 10 paces,
Yeah.
turn around, zip, and then just go and try and see if you can
It's
take
content.
each other out.
It's content.
No,
It's
that is
awesome,
really
though,
cool.
especially over water. We saw them sort of between the higher buildings. We're going to have
All
across
right.
the water. I think in terms of getting
That's my
across this
mom.
map. Can you tell us anything about this map?
Next
in
week
terms
is
of-
Nana's
of
birthday.
Size, sort of what to expect
Think you
for
have to-
folks
I
at
actually
home
went
who
over there
aren't
and done
gonna
her
maybe get a sense
nails
of it
on.
So what we did was
Tuesday?
obviously we
I did
always
her
look
nails
at like the
Tuesday.
latest map. So we look at, you know, Caldera and Al-Mazrah. So it's closer in size to Caldera,
Yeah,
a
she'll
little bit
be
smaller
80.
than
Slightly
Al-Mazrah,
smaller than Al-Mazrah.
but it's more dense. So it should
Yes.
feel like, in terms of land space and mass, it should still feel very familiar.
And so when you
Oh,
say
great.
dense, we mean
first
to
car accident
less
yesterday, though,
open
Less open
spaces,
spaces, more packed.
between
Yeah.
points of
Oh,
interest.
yeah, that's
And I'm even
what
seeing it here.
happened.
Like, there are some
What
wide open
happened, man?
spots
Yeah.
where snipers can have a great time, but there's
It's kinda
so
scary when
much,
you
like,
get in your first
urban,
car accident.
dense environments.
Yeah.
Hey, has there been some like really cool play tests where everyone's just like scrapping it out in these like
She wanted
wild
hot pink
locations,
nails, and I was
close
like,
quarters?
that's-
Like I mentioned, you know, when
that's
we
not
look at
fall
Low
colors,
Town and
Nana.
Old Town, they're kind of like the rattier
We ended up
places,
doing, like,
but,
a
you know, again,
brownish
we'll talk about
maroon
some of those
color.
gameplay mechanics that we've added to improve that. It's,
Damn,
it has a
got
train
punched
line
to
that
death.
runs straight through it.
Okay.
So you'll be in Low Town, maybe just like getting into it with another team, and then another team just comes steaming
Rolls
through,
up.
literally on the train.
I tore all my nails off.
The POI.
And
That is
Old Town
awesome.
and Low Town, of course, are on that central landmass. And here's the train.
Speaking of the
Speaking
train.
of the train that stops in Old Town. I
Yes,
believe.
yeah.
Ted, tell us about this. I feel like everybody
Yeah.
downstairs is
They saw the
all over
handbrake
this.
yesterday and were like, wait, what? There's a handbrake on the
Oh, there's
caboose?
a
So if anyone at home doesn't
handbrake.
know, the rear carriage is called a caboose. We've got the UAV tower, the buy station.
on
If
the
you
train.
push- on the
UAV
train.
and buy station on the train.
And if you push the driver's carriage, you can go forward, backward, you
Nice.
can stop. But the nuance that these players will find
That's
out
pretty
today
crazy.
is you're in the driver's carriage, you're driving, happy days, you know, you're the conductor. But if a team jumps on the back and throws that handbrake, you're going to have to go and engage.
That's cool. Okay,
Or
I didn't
get
know
in
that.
a war
That's kinda cool.
switching
Yes,
on
no,
and
no,
off.
no.
Yeah.
So the handbrake controls it.
controls all of it. So,
So,
that's the
so
master
you have to go
control.
back and
So there's almost like a decision you have to make
Yeah.
of like, well, do I want to put a body over there, have someone defend
Yeah.
the handbrake,
Yeah.
but then you might be running into a full
Yeah.
squad. So there are going to be some decisions players are going to have to
Up in
make
the middle
with
of
these
the
with
freeway-
this
highway.
train.
we had a
because
great
they were
play test
dark
where
place,
I
and
was on
looked
the
down,
train
checked
with a
my
few
speed,
others,
looked up.
and the train stopped, and we were like, "Hang on, we're here.
We're all here.
we're all here." So that
Damn,
can only be
that's
one
crazy,
thing. Yeah.
man,
So
eh?
it's a great like realization moment.
Your detective
Yes.
work gets
Yes.
I-
You're literally doing a head count. How many people have
Say
got it?
present.
Yeah.
We're
No,
seeing
that's cool.
some super fluid.
That's kinda
movement
nice,
here.
instead
We
of the
saw
train just
them
going
kind of
around and
parachute
around,
from
you know?
building to building. They're on the move. I think they're getting to a buy station up here. Maybe pick up some gear.
Did your car get
Which,
totaled?
which POI is this?
They're just above Zaravan City, sort of in the old town, lower old town area. Again, I love the style and the theme. Like
So
this
different.
has that
Yeah.
kind of Al-Mazrah like feel to it.
Yes. And
Yeah.
of course,
It's okay,
fictionally,
puppy.
in the Great Modern Warfare universe, Urzikstan shares a border
Yep.
with Al-Mazrah.
It's a
does.
package.
Okay. I
Chill.
just love how deep into the lore you are.
I am a lore head.
Yeah, I'm a lore head too, so it makes me very happy to see another fellow lore head here.
When I
Hell
watch
no, I'm
these
not
guys
playing no
behind us,
Warzone,
our
no good.
awesome creators and community making the story, you know,
Hell
making
no.
their content about the storyline and the narrative.
Hell
I love
no.
it. I'm
Yep.
so excited. And Ted, you always say you know, they're the storytellers, and you know you guys are providing them those raw materials to create. And I
Yeah, we
love
refer to
that.
it as
Damn,
the
that's
canvas
crazy,
for
man,
them
eh?
to paint on.
At least it
You know,
wasn't,
sounds
like,
corny,
super
but
bad.
those are the kind of things that we think about when we think about the types of map and gameplay we want to create. And if you look carefully, I've seen it happen a couple of times already. We have unsuppressed red dots that now show up on the minimap.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
the classic
The
minimap
classic minimap behavior.
will behave the same way in Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer as it will in Warzone. So that
Yes.
unsuppressed fire, visible.
How has that added to the game?
When you think of something like a big map BR,
Yeah.
a Battle Royale, it's really important that you know where engagements are happening.
Yes.
For a lot of players, it could be they want to avoid that area, or for other players, they want to move. Did we get
personal favorite, I believe this is the cash gulag.
Here we go. Let's have a look.
We love the money.
Well, let's see
Pick
how
up
this
as much
works
as you can.
out.
Let's see if the Ascender comes down. Let's see if they push or they're pushing.
I don't know if they're even going to have an opportunity
5
for it.
seconds.
He's gonna...
Oh, let's go. That was good.
Oh, so
Very
now that we
clutch.
see
the
the
stress in
Yeah.
her face.
She's
the
like, I
relief.
got, yeah.
Now that we
did
see
it.
the gulag, and of course, shout out to Chica for the clutch there. What are some things that we should be expecting for the gulag, because that was different.
That was different than what we saw before, Alex.
Yeah.
In fact, we got some video.
Here we go.
This is the OG gulag. This is what we're going to be playing
Three lane.
most of the
Yep,
time
three-lane
in
structure,
the
yeah.
3
It
lanes.
happens.
But,
It happens, man.
Ted, for the first time, there might
At
be
least
some
your
other
car wasn't
gulags.
completely
Yes,
damaged.
so maybe
you know?
right on cue we'll see the
Unless
night
maybe
vision
you wanted
gulag.
it to.
No,
No
definitely.
way.
So this is something that can happen.
That's what I say. If you're
from
gonna hit
time
my
to
car,
time.
hit it good.
It's a
you know,
chance of it happening.
total that bitch.
And we have several of these, and I almost don't want to spoil.
Total
too
that
much.
bitch.
Yeah.
The
I
cash
actually
one.
like
Yeah, we want to
earlier
wait
on.
to see.
But like,
My
and here's
insurance
the
will give me
Ascender
some
that we've
money.
already mentioned that you can get on it and you can get out. You can
Get a
be
new
shot on the
car.
way up. You can be shot from below.
Total
You
that
can also
fucker.
get off of it
Yeah,
and make a
jump
play
off,
as well.
Yeah, make a play.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've seen some really interesting play tests.
You're gonna hit me,
I
hit me
remember
good.
One of our designers shared a clip where the other player had jumped on the Ascender. They also got on underneath, shot them
Oh
on
my
the way
God.
up, eliminated
wow.
them, and then made it themselves.
It's like a little Matrix
Yes.
moment there, you
Yeah,
know?
well,
You're shooting
and
down.
again, it goes back to the storytellers.
Yeah.
We want our players to tell the story here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Call of Duty moments, right?
Yeah.
And we'll wait to see, if we get some of those other gulags that we're talking about. But it's ultimately you bringing the, implementation of the public event
Yes.
into the gulag mechanic. We're showing them off here today. It may not be like that at launch because we're still obviously in the Warzone Alpha build.
Yeah.
But we've got some exciting stuff planned.
Yeah.
And our streamers are
Dialed in.
They're there was a tone shift when we went into Warzone in the venue.
They're
you
having
could
a
feel
good
the
time.
tension where everyone's like, well, here's my opportunity to pop off
They came here
in
to
front
compete.
of the world, in front of their creators. And it is great that these creators, the passion and the time that they put into Warzone, has to feel rewarding for you being a part of a team that has built this system.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, at Raven, we have to cater to so many different player types. When you've got millions and millions and millions of people playing your game,
Yeah.
you've got these creators who play 10 to 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. But equally, we know that we have people who jump on a Sunday with their buddies and just want to have some fun. So we always try and find that sweet spot of our mechanics, where something like the train, anyone can jump on the train and have a fun time with the train.
Yeah.
But equally, we've made changes, for example.
Ooh, it's happening.
Here we go.
Hit the
Is it
My
top of
mom
the
forgot
red?
to tell me
go.
about Etsy
now,
page.
now I hope she turns around and throws. Oh, she's getting pushed from behind.
Oh, we've got a lot of action.
Oh, no! Oh,
I'm not sure that was the smart play.
No, they were both getting off of it.
Oh, okay.
That was smart. That was smart.
Okay.
Yeah, Noisy Butters was like, guys, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah,
this
not
is too
worth
hot.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that is going to be a sweaty drop.
Yeah, I mean, she was seconds away from pulling
It was
the
my
brake
mom's
there.
car. She wasn't pissed.
And that
She
would have just
understood
caused
what
complete
happened.
chaos
Yeah.
for the map.
And pretty soon here,
That's
we're going to
good.
have probably a winner of our first match. So
Yeah,
hopefully we get the news.
I mean, they've come here to win. Right?
Yeah, we're jumping around between streams today, and hope you guys are obviously.
They
checking
can't run
out
through
your
a
favorite
bush? I
creator
didn't see
streams
it.
Here at
Maybe it's a
COD
dense
Next.
bush.
Really, really cool stuff. What else, should we be looking forward to here, right? Because I know, you guys are doing some creative things with, the contracts and different things like that to really get people in the game to move around, interact a bit more, cause some more chaos.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday, we started talking about some of our quality of life improvements.
Yes.
And I think one of the biggest cheers we got from this group was that we bought pistols underwater. So if you're swimming underwater, you will always have a pistol.
Nice.
And I did not expect that to be the biggest cheer, but it shows the love that this group and I think our wider community, it's reflective of them too, have for those small detail touches that just improve the gameplay loop as a whole.
Yeah, quality of life's definitely been top of mind. Building this map out, it's as you said, it's something that Raven thinks about. Building Warzone from the ground up, and a lot of those quality of life changes that we've even made in the live game in the last year.
Yeah.
Expect them.
Yeah, carrying them forward. So everything that you've played and seen, we've made over 100 quality of life improvements to the Warzone of this year.
T-Pain performing drift
Everything
this
carries
month?
in to the Warzone
T-Pain
of
drifts?
the year. ahead of us. So
yeah. And also,
nothing's left behind.
you guys also were some of the movement as well, right? Because I'm noticing like the slides are going a little.
I didn't know that.
Right?
Yes,
Like,
so
That's crazy.
across the board, like anywhere where we could just tighten it up, and again, working with Sledgehammer, we've taken that opportunity.
Yeah, I actually want to talk about that because I said earlier that, you know, Warzone shares the same foundation,
that's cool.
that foundational gameplay with Modern Warfare 3, so movement mechanics, all of those things. But you've put your own, you know, touch on
I was supposed to go white
things,
river
a little
rafting.
bit more
I was
specific.
gonna say white river rafting, right?
PR.
White river
Do you want to talk
rafting
to us a little
this
bit
weekend.
about, you know, how some of those perks
I was like,
might,
I have
might work
COD
a little
to
bit
do.
differently in Warzone specifically,
Or I
versus
want to do
MP.
COD, not like I have to.
So
but
on the Warzone side,
I wanted
we
to
felt that this time around was an
do it,
opportunity
kind of
to have
see
some
how
unique
stream
perks
goes. Like.
only for Warzone. Because again, it's a
Next
big
time.
map. We have different player styles, different motivations. So
different experience too.
My personal favorite is Combat Scout.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Now, I'm
I
adding
had
that
no
because I
idea.
like it.
Okay.
That is very much.
T-Pain does all
also
kinds of stuff.
like it. I am not going to go on the internet for several hours after
Yeah,
this.
that's the beauty of perks. Is like the perk there should be variety. There should not be an optimized path. It should be that when you jump into the game, you don't know. You're going to be surprised.
Yeah.
People have
I don't know who that
I
girl is,
expect
but
some
she's
of this
doing
group
really
will probably
well.
equip Shrouded, which is that when you get downed, you will automatically drop a smoke grenade.
That's
Which adds a really new dimension to it. And then equally, I think another one will be Resolute,
cool.
which is when you get shot and you take a hit, you move faster to get out of dodge. So
Oh, that's cool. So good opportunities for, especially for like field, like a wide open field traversal, get shot, get a speed boost, get down, potentially a smoke comes down, your teammate can back you up.
there you go.
That's
That's
really
the
cool.
kind of variety that we're looking for.
Yeah, well, I will definitely run with the smoke bomb one because I know that is going to be me.
I'll
9
run
times
the
out of 10.
evasion perk.
You'll run the
team up,
evasion
we'll
one.
Drop some duos.
It'll be
There's going to be some
super
interesting mixes.
Yeah, that's really cool, and it's almost like giving
for
the
it.
character, giving the players like as
Go
it's been
for
said time and
it.
time again, right? That freedom of choice to be able to get really clever with like how you want to approach that, and it
Two new
feels like
play styles.
yeah,
Damn,
tune
they
that
just
play
freaking
style.
punch you.
Feels like this
player
is here.
agency, we want the stories, etc.
Yeah, and we're back in the gulag again.
I see
Oh
some
boy.
tactical crouching,
Okay,
preparing for battle.
will we see?
Yeah, I don't
the
think she realized it was a
long
semi.
rumored ascender, the mythical. It's going to be a myth by the end. No one's going to believe us that it is actually an ascender.
Got a
They're gonna think we're
Molotov out.
online.
Players are
But
too
she's
good.
picking up that cash, so this is the cash gulag. But we're waiting to
Here
see
we go.
that
1 second. The ropes come down. Grab it. Oh, she baited them. Oh, well played. Well played. The
Baited.
smile. Yeah, she baited them really good there.
I don't blame him. I would have done the same thing too. Just gone
It
straight
was a
for the
honey pot.
rope.
It was
Yeah,
like, oh, honey. I'm going to grab some honey.
But now she's got that cash, right? So she's
Yes.
got both of her. She's got one teammate down. She can go grab
You can
them
buy them
if
back.
they don't get it out of the.
I think she's
if she doesn't
trying to
get
go
out of
to
the.
the
Hey,
Oh, someone
Jesus!
just actually did a buyback, so she's got to be careful. Yeah, here you go. There's
Oh,
the fight going
here
on.
we see
I
maybe
guess
somebody.
you can get the
See that
cash
suppressed
and
red dots on the
leave.
minimap as
Yep.
well. Oh, the other teammates.
I don't
down. Oh,
know
she's
who would
pushing.
be
Here
able
we
to
go.
leave
This is
without
ambitious
the other
'cause she's
person
literally-
seeing.
I think, does she have any help here? I don't think she
Nope.
does.
They're both in the gulag.
Yeah, the gulag of life.
Yeah.
The gulag of life.
Now,
Dive to get out
can
of
she
there.
make a run? For
Aw,
that
thank
Yes,
you.
Kari doing the hard carry here. Butters is
Thank
back. She's just
you.
redeployed.
Yeah.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Very well played. That dive, I've been loving that we have the options of diving
How
and
are
sliding,
you?
you know?
Yes.
You can do some really funny things with the dive.
I love it. There's just ground loot. And in fact, maybe we can actually quickly talk
You
about it.
alright?
Yeah.
We've brought back weapon rarity.
Good.
Okay.
Yes, we will see
Because-
colored
You
loot.
just saw it right there. Like she picked up the blue AR. It's one of those things that when you think about the looting gameplay, you need to be able to quickly
This
see like what's that
is the
weapon,
new
what's this
Warzone
item.
coming
Yes.
out.
So
We're
even from a
watching
custom loadout
Call of Duty
perspective, you know,
next,
it's got
so
that
it's showing.
pink
It showed us
slash
like the new multiplayer stuff coming
tooltip,
out.
that
It showed
card that you
us
can
the
see.
new
I think
zombies.
they end up
So right
losing
now,
both of their
this is
teammates
all
there. Hate
about
to
the
see it,
new
but-
Warzone.
So Ted, what are some of the things that we can expect to kind of stay the same here? Like I see buy stations, redeployable buy
Jeebus.
stations. Are they coming back?
Yes, they'll be there day one. We really see this as a continuation of the current Warzone, and then just leveled up, polished, all new movement, etc. on top.
Got it.
So something that a lot of people in this room care about,
Yeah.
that we worked super hard on in current Warzone and we think is awesome, is the good old Champions Quest.
Oh, the Champions
We've
Quest.
had some amazing moments in the last year since we introduced it. and it's been really fun for a lot of people. But we want to open that up a little bit. What can you maybe breadcrumb us a little bit for what to expect with where you might take us with Champions Quest in the future?
So Champions Quest is something that we're going to be launching.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't know
during
who
the
this
first
girl
season.
is, but she's doing really
So we
well.
don't want to reveal. Oh, she's on the horizontal zip line. But
Yeah.
I'll try and stay focused. There's so much going on. I saw the train. I was like, oh my god, the train. I want to talk about the train again. But no, Champions Quest. It's been a huge success for us all year long. You know, that ability to nuke the map, the challenge of doing it is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
So what we want to do for next year's Champions Quest is allow players to steal it from the team who is doing the
Amazing.
Champions Quest. You can only steal it once.
Okay.
So it's
if you
only
see,
once, it's not gonna
if you see
chain.
a team is doing it, push them, be the first, take them down. They'll drop the contract, they'll drop the pieces. You can pick it up and try and take it through to the finish.
My goodness, I
Wow.
cannot wait.
To be
All right.
And it gives people more options to get on something like Champions Quest. You know, they're not the only ones who get to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Ted and I are gonna squad up. We're gonna get our
Take them down.
our first time CQ win.
Or potentially lose it, you know?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put that negativity out there. I'm so sorry. Well, let's actually go ahead and check in on our TCL Power Hour and see how many challenges have been completed thus far for the days. And remember, for each one completed, you have a chance to win a 65-inch TCL TV. All you got to do is enter that hashtag COD Next and hashtag TCL.
You can play Warzone.
COD
That's all
sweepstakes.
you.
Once again, that's TCL X COD sweepstakes. For each challenge completed during the TCL Power Hour, a winner will be randomly selected from all eligible
I don't
entries
know. I
received
don't play
for
that.
a total of up to 9
I don't know.
winners. And thus far, we have
I'm excited for
3
multiplayer.
of our
Zombies.
items picked
That's
up
it.
here. So it looks like
Nah,
I didn't see which ones it was though.
You know,
Was
yeah,
it
I
the
really
train? Did we get
want
the
to,
train?
but you
I
know,
hope we get it.
Can we see the card again?
Yeah, actually, can we bring it up one more time? I just want to see.
I've been
what we have.
banned.
Here we go. Oh, we got
Scavenger
okay.
contract. We did get a drivable train elimination.
Yeah, we
got
watched
that.
it.
Great.
Yeah,
That was
yeah, the pistol.
For some
You're
reason, in my head, I thought it
hungry.
was run someone over with the drivable train.
I honestly did too.
That
But
would be legendary.
if that happened and we don't know, I need to see the
Yeah,
highlights. So
bam.
Yes.
I'll be busy later.
That would be the first ever. It would
Yeah.
actually be kind of cool. But there you see it there. But for now, though, we're actually going to head on over to Miles, Lottie, and Nameless, as well as Alley Cat, for their thoughts on live gameplay for Warzone. What you got for us, guys? What you think?
Choo-choo! All aboard the new train. That's what I'm looking for, friends. I was discussing with this with you guys prior to we got on
I don't know
camera.
who
I was
that guy is.
are we
He's
going to drop train,
But
win
you're
the
hungry,
fight,
but
pump
he
the
gets
brakes, take the cash, buy our gear, all aboard, next stop. It's going to be an amazing
gets
experience.
you?
Like, we're going to be able to finish on train. We're going to be able to rotate using the train. Francis Borgia's going to be
When
out there well
food
excited with the
gets-
camera on his face because of the train. It's a big day for COD.
All right, audience, if you want the freest kill in the game, make sure you go to the train
not
to find
King
Miles.
Shaman. I say
I
shaman.
do want to say, I was hoping
Shaman
that it was
instead
going to
of
be an actual like,
shaming.
train, like you
Shaman.
turn the train on and you run somebody over to get out that bingo
What is
card.
in her
But now
hair?
I'm
It looks
seeing
so weird. I don't know
EMD,
what
the
it is.
train track.
We'll
So
fix
I'm
her
guessing
hair.
you throw the EMD, you
Help
can
her.
stop the whole train. So forget about the stop and the drive. I'm going to be sitting in a bush next to the train track like, all right,
you're
Miles, you want to rotate to another side of the map? Well, you got another thing coming.
Oh, that my train, my precious train. I have to give it a cool name, but yeah, really, really fun. I mean, like we've seen change after change when it comes to Warzone over the years. This one sort of feels again.
I need
like
a pee.
Movement's back. Everyone's super
Yeah.
excited about that. Guns look really fun, but the increase in health.
I think
Fights feel a little longer. You know.
That's
I'm
the
gonna go
big
potty
thing,
for
right?
me.
It's the quality of life, the presence that the game now has. And do you know what I've absolutely loved about Raven and the team up as well? Is the fact that they have not been afraid to bring things back, to bring things back that the community wants. And I think that is just incredible. They're listening and they care. And that is
They
definitely
love you.
coming across the screen. So for me, I think, you know, things
Right?
like the red
We were talking
dots
about that too.
we're
It's
seeing on the
super
map,
cool.
You know, unsuppressed fire.
Armito
We're
and
seeing
I were
also
saying
just
it'd be
small
cool to have
things
it like hanging
the
on the wall
blue
or
plates
something.
that are also happening.
It could
in
be
the HUD.
cool in
And
the stream room.
It's minor things that make such a big difference to, I think, the community that grind Warzone. It is their life, it is their careers. And
I
many
bet.
of them in this
I
room
bet.
right now.
Let's look it up.
It's massive.
Yeah.
And it's really exciting to see.
Also, the quality of life upgrades. You know, we heard them talking about the unique perks that we're going to have in Warzone. Like the Shrouded is massive. right? You drop a smoke when you get knocked. We already do that in Warzone. We throw a smoke at our teammates. Sometimes you don't have one. Now that it's going to be an actual perk that you can grab, huge. Also, when you start to get shot, you talk about the
Oh,
health
this one's
now, which is
3D.
great,
I mean,
150
not 3D.
health. Well,
This
now
one
when you get
glows.
shot, you move faster.
I
So not
saw
only
one
do you
that glows
have
in the
extra
dark.
health
It was like
to
50
survive
bucks.
and evade enemies. You also have the faster movement
Damn,
with MW3
60
that they're bringing,
bucks.
and a perk that even allows you to get faster, because we
Some
know
of
there
these
are
are
some
actually
players,
very
come
cool.
from myself, who's a bit more competitive. You like to get, you know, a little bit more aggressive and get in those 1v4 situations. You have
200
the ability to
bucks.
do that, and it's all up to the player, which is great.
There is one more perk which wasn't brought up by Ted, but irradiated, which has got
Ooh.
something to do with how you interact with the gas. But more on that later. Ha ha ha. Like, plenty more cool changes though. I mean, like.
Actually,
we've
the glow
seen
in the
different,
dark one would be
field of
kinda
praise,
cool.
We've seen different, you know, kill streaks, the Guardian being involved as well. I mean, that's something that I think Black Ops 4 players remember a little
Yeah.
bit.
It looks
I mean, this
kinda
doesn't
weird,
kill
though,
you,
when
this
it's
just slows you
glowing.
down. It's like a gigantic stun grenade spotlight.
Put it in a doorway, Miles.
Put it in a doorway, but the
Oh,
range
no,
on that bad
never
boy
mind.
is crazy.
It's not
Look,
the
if
right
that
one.
thing's good enough to slow down the Incredible Hulk, it's good enough for COD. That's all I'm saying.
You know, this is like
It
400
certainly
bucks.
is indeed. I've just got to say that I'm so excited to see how our creators, our streamers, the community react to this, especially when you check the timeline and
Yeah,
see
you gotta
kind of
get a
what
good
the noise
sleep
is about.
schedule.
Ali, looking across Warzone right now and the way that Warzone has been pushed forward, not only in terms of the map, and you know, a lot of people talking about Verdansk and how much they miss it, the nostalgia coming forward, I think,
feel the appeal.
from Urzikstan really does kind of give that reminiscence of Verdansk in terms of the way it looks and feels,
Plays.
the openness. We also have moments and places like Superstore, etc. There are drops there for everyone who
On the
wants to get a
20th?
battle in and perform at the
Yeah,
highest
you
level.
need to get
Yeah,
that.
and I think
sleep
something that's
schedule.
crazy about Warzone specifically is the
Down.
fact that like it's only been a couple of years it's been around, right? And I feel like it's continuously just getting better and small changes are being made
Right?
for quality of life. And like you said,
You
this
could probably
does
make
feel
one.
very reminiscent of Verdansk, but it has all the great changes like the guns, the blue guns on the ground. And we just saw a UI change, like the gas mask actually being on your face the entire time and you can see it on your screen. I will tell you right now, I'm somebody who has really bad object permanence. I would always forget that I'd have a gas mask. So now that it's like actually on your vision as well, so like it's a great reminder. Just really small things like that that can really change a game.
That's something that I think community members have been asking for, the amount of times players enter gas or whatever. A few more really nice quality of life changes. No matter what your loadout is, you'll see on screen right now.
Alright, back.
If you're in the water, you have a pistol no matter what. Whatever your loadout is, whether it's 2 primary weapons, or you've got a melee, whatever it may be, there is a pistol at the ready when you do go underwater. Same for all the ladders as well. So that element of gameplay, I know. Dude, the first time I had a circle out in the ocean in Al Mazrah, I dropped like a 12 kill spree because no one could get close. I was running around with a gulag pistol and it really worked. That is not the case anymore. Awesome quality of life change, whether it's gas masks or it's pistols. We're really just starting to learn our way around this place, and Sledge and the crew at Raven, great job in bringing all that to life.
And you know what? You talked about the gulag there. The gulag looks great.
Oh my
right?
God.
I'm a big fan of, I know everybody likes different gulags that we've had throughout the years, but I'm a big fan of, like, let's just get into a gunfight. I see 2 walls in the middle. Let's just get into the gunfight, and Better Man gets out of the gulag. And we also see that they have the rope, the Ascender, where you can just jump on the rope and get on out. A couple different strategies you could employ. Wait for the person to hop in the Ascender and just shoot him as he tries to escape. But yeah, man, Warzone this year, it looks phenomenal. It feels like the answer to the call of the community. Everybody's just been wanting faster movement, you know, some of these new perks and being able to play it your own way. And I think a lot of the creators in here are having a blast getting into this new map.
It's just really fun as well to see different variants of the gulag, whether it's night operation one where, you know, you come in with an MVG, not that it's going to be that common. The idea that there's a cash gulag where there's money all over the place. I mean, yeah, I'm one of those players, I know a lot of my friends are, where you see it, you grab it, and that's going to encourage the loot. But there is a massive danger. We just saw one of our streamers leave the gulag with like 6.5K.
Your teammate's
That's
back.
insane. You can buy the teammate back. That is a game-changing moment. That changes the way Warzone plays. And we want a little bit of random. You don't want this to be that predictable. The one thing you do want to be predictable is how efficiently you can take down your opponents.
Yes.
And that's been so nice to see. Headshot indicators now, when you see you got a double X on the hit marker. You know you're dealing damage to a head. The limb damage has all been uniformed across the board. So you're going to get a much stronger and more, you know, predictable feel of how my weapon performs, how my attachments perform with that weapon, and how I can employ that to the best of my ability and the best of the situation I'm in. It's just really nice, man. The last thing you're going to be doing is guessing in a game like this.
And I think, exactly, Miles, and I think something that may have went over a lot of people's heads when they were talking about it was the evasion in this version of Warzone is going to be way better than before. We talked about that perk, but also the horizontal zip lines. I mean, that's massive. They've had big upgrades to quality of life in terms of trying to get in fights and evade. over the last years. Like we had the PRD where you can go up and redeploy yourself and fly away. I think all those things are going to be coming back, but now you also have the ability to hop in these horizontal zip lines that they've placed throughout the map. So, you know, if you get into a fight that maybe is pretty far out of the circle, you can take your time, finish that fight, and then strategically use those zip lines to get back towards circles. So I think that that's something, you know, it just piqued my interest in the way that I like to play the game.
You're talking about evasion as well, and for me, you know, going back to small things like the gas mask, you can now put the gas mask on, toggle it with tear gas. I mean, there's ways to make sure that you can survive. The survivability is so, so big. You know, no more wafting in front of the face. The gas mask will go on, and you are able to evade enemies and try and counter things that are coming away, because that's all that Warzone's about, right? It's being aggressive, but also countering pushes that are happening from left, right, and center.
I think a big point is like the controlled chaos in Warzone. That was something that always really stood out to me, is like it's really chaotic. You don't know where the gas is gonna be, where you land changes a lot of the time. The loot that's on the ground is, you know, pretty different most of the time. It's very unpredictable in that sense. But there's those predictabilities of having a horizontal zip line now, like knowing about the rotations. It's those little small things that you can control. And something I really, really enjoy is the fact that I feel like obviously most people's goal early game is to get your loadout drop, right? But again, with the amount of loot, I feel like there's a lot more loot on the ground as we've been watching gameplay. But again, the gun quality of life, the attachments and stuff, maybe not try prioritizing the loadout so much as getting to a certain stronghold or getting somewhere else on the map.
We're seeing Swag here with the MCR, and that's a single attachment on the weapon, and he's looking fantastic with that thing already. A lot of players have been talking about this. We saw Shotzi, there was a clip on Twitter not too long ago, or X.com, whatever it's called these days, talking about how auto-aim feels like it's been slightly reduced in this game. It's a little harder at certain ranges to land very, very accurate shots. That's really nice, man. I mean, that changes the way the game plays. More health, harder to shoot. The better you are, the better you're going to play, essentially.
Yeah, and you add that with that movement, I mean, there's going to be a decent skill gap, obviously.
I need to
right?
fill my
And,
G Fuel fridge up. G
Like
Fuel
you said,
sent
we're watching
me
Swag here.
like
These are the guys that we're going to be learning
crap
from.
load
These
of
creators that are here, figuring
cans.
things out, what's going to be the meta, what people are using, and right now he's rocking that MCR, and he is beaming. You said he only has one attachment on here. Gonna get knocked, but
gonna make
I
a
mean,
video
that
and
thing
I
is laser. I mean, he was beaming, though.
He was beaming indeed. And you see him get knocked down and potentially might do here as well. No, he does manage to get his teammates. He's going to be in the gulag. But I will say, when you are down, you do also have extra health now as well. There has not only just been health added into in general, but when you are knocked down, there is that, again, survivability. Your teammates can make plays around you.
Stop thirsting. Yeah, stop. There's I mean, everyone needs a drink
Yeah,
out
they
there
sent
now.
me so many cans that I haven't tried yet, so I'm really excited.
It's a little different. We got a fun one though. This is Optic Blake going up against
try them.
Swag.
And all the new
We got-
Halloween ones they sent me.
I got Blake. I got Swag. Come on, Blake.
I think I got Blake.
Come on, Blake.
Yes, gonna send out.
If it was a sniper, I'd pick Blake.
That's my boy! There it is.
That's my
TST.
boy!
Can't ever doubt Blake. Come on.
He had to deal 10 bullets, deal 250 damage there. So you're seeing like full plates when it comes to, you know, like the amount of health and lot. As you said, when you go down, I had the pleasure of downing an opponent in Warzone.
Yeah.
I took a sniper rifle to the head. They didn't. I couldn't thirst them quickly enough.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is just going to change the way the game plays. I would love to see any. I mean, this is something that more folks out there are going to know how
Thank
throwing
you,
knives
Wolf.
impact. Because we saw that was the absolute way to play Warzone.
Really was the
down
meta.
players, throwing knife out immediately, recover that bad boy, get out and get on the next
still
one.
a one tap. I need it to be a one tap.
Why? No.
I like that. You
that's
know,
not
just running
fun.
around and I'm out. Yeah, we're seeing different areas of the map. You know, they talked about, I think it was old and new town.
yeah.
I think is what it was called. They look
It's a night
absolutely
vision gulag.
fantastic. Going dog.
It's a night.
He's out.
what
Oh, ciao, peace. He's gone.
That was incredible.
That is a
We were
solo
literally just
YOLO
talking about
champion.
someone
That
going
man
up that.
knows pressure is
He got up
nothing.
that so quickly.
Look at that. How fun was that? Dude, the night vision looks good.
Low town.
My boy was out there. All sorts of good fun happening here. And again, look how
Hey,
that's the map.
Skittles,
That's a ton
I'm
of
good.
buildings
How are
there. I mean,
you?
you know what I did see though? Even in the largest of buildings, not a huge amount of stairwells. That was a real pain point for many
Night
players.
vision
Between
yeah.
horizontal, vertical zip lines,
Sounds
redeployment balloons, you name it. There are
horrendous.
so many ways to traverse this colossal landscape.
I'm good.
And
I'm
you know
doing
what else
pretty
I see, Miles? I
good.
see a lot of rooftops.
Planning on
I see
doing
a
lots
lot
of COD
rooftops
stuff
for those
the next
snipers.
couple
so
weeks
even
with
though
the
that
beta
like there
coming
are
out.
denser areas, which might make it slightly more difficult, there's still plenty of opportunities for those crazy clips.
But you know what, Allie? I can just take one of those cranes and I can fly
Yeah.
right down to the rooftop. Seems like they have a decent
Yeah,
amount
so
of those
this is
places
the
around
new,
the map as well. We saw
Warzone
one on
map.
this screen right behind them, and You know, obviously
we
rooftops,
saw the
there's some campers
multiplayer
who like to sit up
stuff.
there, but there's ways that you can get up there and take them out.
Zombies, and this is the last
and the drones
thing was
as well.
the Warzone.
You can also get a drone in the sky and literally take the line right up there and try
Have
and
you
get
been
the rooftop
watching?
or try and counter a little bit yourself or fly away and evade, which
They're
is
on the
probably
fence
what
about
I would
it.
be doing.
So we're still within the TCL Power Hour, looking to see if
So
any more
far,
of those,
everything looks
sort
awesome to
of the
me.
bingo card moments
The
happen.
movement looks
Haven't seen anyone
good.
get a breacher drone elimination.
Oh, come on.
You
Which
got
is actually
the
crazy
reload
because
cancel back. That's
it's,
good.
I mean, from our experience, especially multiplayer,
The-
very easy to do.
Yeah,
the
I mean, you guys are all standing
zombies
messing with
look
movement.
freaking
I can't even run
awesome.
through the
It's
breacher
pretty
drone
much the
three-piece, like, that thing
Warzone
is
map,
crazy.
That was me.
but tons of zombies
love that.
everywhere.
I don't know
And
if you guys saw, but there's also
that looks
somebody has to get
freaking
a
cool.
Guardian kill.
What
No,
else?
it's a Guardian.
The guns look really good so far.
By the
Yeah,
Guardian.
just kill him, yeah.
Oh, it does
All the
look
stuff
like,
you've
this
gotten
might be a
from
Juggernaut
this
suit.
COD.
Oh, yeah.
Number
He's
2
moving.
will go over to
Boy,
number
schmooving.
3.
I told you, you'll be schmooving like you've never schmooved before, COD fans, in this game. Everyone's very, you know, nimble on their feet, a lot of twinkle toes.
They
and you
sold
keep
me
them
with the
dressed for
zombies.
occasion.
Did you
Put on
watch all the
even
zombie
slicker
thing?
shoes
The
to
zombies
improve
looked
movement,
super
improve speed,
good.
strafe
Oh.
speed, how quiet you are, you
One
name
on there.
it.
Oh, there you
Dress
go.
for the occasion, COD fans. It's time to dress up and have a good time.
Certainly is indeed. I gotta say, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Just in terms of just the style. You know, we heard actually Ted talk about the way that it looks, and it's all kind of part of a bigger picture, looking a little bit like Al Mazrah at times. We also have Verdansk as well coming through, but I think the colors are just in perfect balance, so I think it also looks stunning.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of folks are like, oh, we want to go back to Verdansk, back to Verdansk. Well, you're close enough. Urzikstan is the country where Verdansk was.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man.
You're a
Are we
lawhead
back?
too.
Yeah, we're back. We're totally back.
You're a lawhead.
What have you been up to,
I really am.
Skittles?
Like, I read all the signs. I
Have
mean,
you
I
been
read the bits of
streaming
paper.
still?
I love all this. I really do, mate.
You know what else is interesting? Obviously, like the perks are named a little bit different in this game. How you have your gear and your vest.
line.
You're gonna be able to find the boots in Warzone.
Siege
obviously,
a
as
lot?
well, and that is
They,
gonna shake things up.
they
right?
did some
Because
new
that
stuff to Siege
prolonged
lately, didn't
slide,
they?
Obviously, in the multiplayer and the arena gameplay.
Or at
it's
least I
gonna be
thought I
different,
saw
but
something.
In Warzone, I mean, you have a lot
I haven't played Siege in
of
a long
different
time.
like areas that you have to traverse where that slide
Okay,
can
man,
come into
Schumann.
play. So I think that's going to be
Nice.
really interesting
Nice.
when these guys get their hands on it.
As well as the climbing boots. We haven't actually
I'll
seen
play
too much of that, but
Warzone
what
in
that
a
does
bit.
essentially is it speeds up your mantle ability, and you really do move.
I don't
crazy.
really
I mean,
do the
Peter Parker
Warzone
will be
thing
climbing the
myself.
side of some of those buildings and terrify you, Ali.
I share the same last name as him. Does that mean I am also Spider-Man?
Ever been bit by a spider?
Possibly.
Well,
Maybe you might.
I think we would know by now, Ali.
I also listen, beyond that, I wanted to point out the fact that who we were watching, they just did that play that we were talking about earlier, using the zip line to push a team.
Yeah,
while another
I like
one kinda, just
multiplayer
looks
myself.
Over the rest of the teammates making that push. So nice.
Yes,
Nice.
Very nice indeed. Well, that's a nice taste of Warzone. I mean, it's been very cool, very, very exciting. But that's going to be it for the Fireside Chat for now. It's back over to the desk, the Golden Boy, Stephanie.
Thank you so much for that. And yeah, always great to hear, you know, the greatest minds in Call of Duty esports talking about a brand new Call of Duty game. What a time to be alive, of course, here. But yeah, and there's still so much more to talk about with Warzone stuff.
So much. We've got so much going on. We finally saw Night Vision Gulag. We got an Ascender overtime win. It was the moment that Ted and I have been waiting for. We've been waiting to see this thing in action.
And you guys are calling it, man.
delivered.
The whole time you're like, this has to happen.
Yeah.
This has to happen.
I had my bingo card at the ready. I'm ready to go.
They're too good. We haven't had a chance to get to the overtime mechanic in the Gulag yet.
It's wild.
It's very exciting. And in total, I'm happy to say, Ted, correct me if I'm wrong, 4 different Gulags.
Looking awesome.
With more to come in the season.
With more to come.
We want to make sure that this
There's
is
tons of old maps coming back.
Warzone. There's great
I'm excited
ideas
for
coming from
Rust.
everyone on the team because they're playing with
They
the
have that
public
one
messages and being
airplane
like, oh, we
one.
could do
I don't
this,
like
we
it.
could
The
do this. So,
airport.
yeah, keep your eyes
Needs to
peeled.
die a
because,
lot on that
it's
one. I don't
an
like that
exciting new future for us.
What other maps are they coming out
we're
with?
back.
There's a
in the game.
lot
Back
of maps.
in the action here, and
Like old school
You know,
maps.
one of the things that the chat was talking
You also can
about,
vote
you know,
what maps
was
you want
about
again.
Quality of life
Like,
features. We've been really harping on
you used
that
to be
because
able
it is important,
to,
and a lot of the hardcore players care about those things. We're actually
vote for the
right
maps.
there,
You
right
can
on
do that
cue.
again.
Yeah.
I swear I did not rehearse that. Tell us about the way the backpack works now.
Yeah, this is a personal favorite of the team and mine. Like, we got together and we thought about what do we want the backpack experience to be like for this version of Warzone. And we did, like, the deepest dive, like, literally 3 days.
Terminal.
All we
That's
did
it.
was talk about
Thank you,
the backpack, and you've got an
Vermito.
amazing UI team.
Yeah.
And we just thought about, like, one of
Terminal.
the frustrations has been that when you pick up ammo, it goes in your backpack, but then if you drop the gun, you drop the ammo, and then you have to pick up the ammo and you put whatever.
Yeah.
It was like, we should make space to have 5 dedicated ammo slots. So you can carry, I think like, you know, historical Warzone, it was always nice to be the mule.
Yeah.
And like you carry ammo and your buddy goes, hey, you got any sniper ammo? And you're like, oh, sure, I've got some, and you can drop it for them. And like, we just wanted to bring that back. And
You put me out of a job there, man.
But we kept, we kept the backpack, because
Yeah.
for us, the backpack opened up so many new opportunities. Like,
Didn't
to
they
be able
have
to
they had a
play
backpack
multiple
before
lethals,
on
multiple
Warzone?
streaks. So
Remember
it was
there's
like, how can
different
we
sizes of
merge
backpacks.
everything we've learned from Warzone over the last
He was
few
just saying
years
that there's
into
gonna
one.
be a
I think a lot of
dedicated
people are
ammo
going to
slot.
be very happy about that, just because, you know, I mean, you
Ease
don't
of
want
management. You don't want to do the inventory management sometimes when,
Yeah.
when you're in combat. You don't have time to stop, pick up your ammo again. And so I think that the backpack experience, you're definitely going to see that that's been refined. But there's some other really interesting tweaks to the UI as well. We obviously added the squad cache widget in the live game, which I think has been really useful. I'm bad at math. I love it.
Pretty sure they
and
have
we're
the
seeing here
backpack
too,
already.
armor plates back to blue.
Blue.
That's a big one for
That's
me.
positive.
I
There's 3 different
love that.
sizes of
It's the little
backpacks.
things. I think when people get hands-on of this year of Warzone, I hope that they just love like everything, like the whole package that we're bringing for season 1 and day 1.
Yeah. Speaking of
the whole
things
package.
coming in season 1,
Yeah.
the new package.
Maybe.
We're hype for the new map.
Yes.
But we also have a lot to offer, all different types of players. And I'm curious, Ted, if you can tell us what other maps we can expect once Urzikstan launches later this year.
So obviously on launch day, they're going to get the brand new big map experience of Urzikstan. Alongside it, we'll have Bundle.
Bundle!
We'll have Ashika.
Same
We'll
place.
both have Resurgence. And we'll also have Plunder. Because
Yes.
we know,
I love
we know
Plunder.
there is
Yeah.
that core group.
I always lose, but I love it.
It's all about that money, Alex.
Yeah, it's
About that
clearly
cash.
getting that money.
Straight cash, homie.
No, that is awesome. So more experiences, more different, more variety of ways for people to be able
We've
to play
got so
Warzone.
many different players, and they all play for so many different reasons. It was like, what can be the best version of Warzone on day 1? And it was like, that's the package.
Awesome. So we got a really interesting preview there of maps and modes coming to Warzone when Season 1 launches later this year. And that includes, as you said, Vondel and Ashika Island staying put for Resurgence, Plunder Day 1, and obviously the new big map in Urzikstan. But Ted, I'm curious, as I'm sure many of the people behind me are here today, Warzone ranked.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, what's up with ranked in Warzone?
So all year long, we've had a great partnership with Treyarch. I think since we launched in Season 3 Reloaded, the feedback has just been incredible. It's been such a great experience
What's
to see
that one,
people
Kelly?
jump in.
Of course.
And we know that going into this new year of Warzone, we just want
Yeah,
some time
ranked
to kind of
Warzone.
digest that initial feedback and that initial...
Let the map live.
Let it
The
breathe,
ranked
let everything breathe.
all the things.
Exactly.
multiplayer will
So
be
we're
out,
excited
they
to
said,
say
like,
that in early 2024, again,
the
working
first
with
month or
Treyarch,
something like that.
We're going to bring a brand new ranked experience into Warzone.
Nice.
But apart from that, lips are sealed.
Oh, I was going to try. I was going to try and pull a Stephanie and see what else I could get out.
Maybe
of
at the
I really like to dig
maybe
in
after
there
that.
for that second.
I'm sure a lot of people are over the moon about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually catching up with TP yesterday, and he was telling me like how much like ranked Warzone has like helped, to like really give him more things to do in the game, right? Because when you're a competitive guy, you just like to get sweaty and play some ranked games.
Like my buddies and I, who I play with back home in the UK, like when we play, it's like just that constant. Let's get to gold. Let's get to plat. Let's get to diamond.
Yeah,
and
the
like,
climb.
I'm iridescent, so I don't have to.
Yeah, I'm
I
actually
don't do
top
the
250,
Warzone
but
thing.
Okay, yeah, we got a
It's to
couple
brag,
braggers
yeah.
over here. All right. Me, I'm dying on the train.
Bottom 250.
You're packing all my ammo mule. I'm out here with a couple gods, and I'm just getting finessed out in the streets. Hate to see it. That is excellent, and I think that for a lot of people who really cherish that hyper-competitive experience, that's around the corner.
Yeah.
Excellent stuff.
Ouchies.
Excellent stuff.
I love some rooftop gameplay, and I'm getting a good taste of
The
it here.
vibes.
I think
vibes here.
I referenced your vibes on the broadcast earlier.
Did
I don't
you?
know if you did it.
I didn't
said
hear.
I
Amazing.
said, oh,
Back in the good.
Back in the
It's
gulag.
locked and loaded, I think. Is
There's
it
like
locked?
10 players left or something.
I see one attachment.
Oh,
Okay,
okay,
it's
yeah.
Not locked
I
and loaded.
remember that.
Sad. sad face. It's
I
one of my favorites.
remember.
So for anyone who doesn't know, Locked and Loaded is you start with a fully loaded AR, fully loaded SMG, full armor.
Full armor.
Which
So
is
it's
great for regain.
True 1v1, you keep the weapons,
Keep it all and you
keep
go
the
back into the
armor
map with it.
after if you win the gulag.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool that
Absolutely
you get to
wild.
keep the
When you win.
weapons.
When you win,
When
when, yeah.
Specifically.
Okay, yes, I always win, so I win my ones. It be like that.
That's kind of cool.
That is awesome stuff. But I also, you know, with so much that has been shared, I can't help but feel like maybe there's just one more thing.
There's always one more
Is there
thing.
one more thing? I knew I was on the money with this, Steph. There had to be one more thing.
There's always one more thing.
What do we have?
Yeah, normally you just get a pistol.
I am excited to ask Ted, you know, before we let you go, is there anything else we should really know about 2024?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, this is amazing.
Yeah.
You know, to have this opportunity and for me to speak on behalf of Raven and the whole Warzone team. And I've said it already, you know, our goal is to make 2024 the best year of Warzone. So when we sat down and thought about it, it's like, how do we deliver that?
Oh,
to our
Lev says,
players?
I think
I'm
We're
really,
delivering it to them in an
Oh,
encrypted
never mind.
message.
so
It's
next
true.
year we'll be adding Fortune's Keep to the Resurgence map rotation. It's back.
It's back. Fortune's Keep will return in early
Fortune's
2024, but that's not it, Ted. I see something
That's
else
not
hiding
all.
So the best part of this, by the way, is no one here knows. Okay.
Okay.
So after the one more thing, if that wasn't enough, we have Rebirth Island.
Wow.
To satisfy a
Rebirth
dedicated community.
Island back in Call of Duty in the Resurgence rotation, coming later after Fortune's
yeah.
Keep,
So-
later in the year
So
in
early next
2024.
year.
Well, I
early
don't think
next
it's
year we'll have
reskinned. It's a
Fortune's
whole
Keep.
new map.
Just following, we'll
It's a
have
whole new
Rebirth
map.
Island. And I'd love to just give such a big shout out to our partners and friends at Hymen Studios and Beanox, because without them, those maps would not be possible. So big kudos to those guys.
I am hype. I think the community is
For
hype. We
Rebirth.
know they have been itching to have their hands on Rebirth Island. And speaking of Rebirth Island, I think we're going to hear some exciting stuff coming up next.
Yeah, I'm over the moon. That seems exciting.
It's a mic drop.
Yeah,
I
no,
just
it really
can't drop
is.
the headset.
I know
That'd
you
be
can't
weird.
drop the mic.
Does
because
this
I-
get flip?
They said Rebirth
No, we still have one more
Island.
thing to do. A few more things to do, but oh wow. Well,
Indeed.
firstly, you know, I want to thank you for
Thank
that.
you.
They did say that.
But first, before we do anything else, let's
And
actually do
Fortune's
one
Keep?
last check-in on the TCL Power Hour. See how many challenges were completed. Okay, so a little.
We're still at 3.
We're still at 3. Wait. 4.
4?
Ah, okay.
So
The buyback on the
the
drivable
buyback on
train.
the train. There is, of course, the buy station on the train, almost like that movable POI.
I'm shocked
So
we
it's
didn't get a breacher drone elimination. That just seemed like a gimme.
gimme.
you
Yeah,
know?
it really did.
And the big game bounty, you'd have thought like someone would hear
Yeah.
it.
No.
But you know what? It's all
I
new
guess no
gameplay. This is the
TV.
first time
They're all
everybody's seeing
discovering
this
it for the
in
first
real
time.
life. They're learning it for this first time, and so are the folks at home, and so more to come.
Yeah, that's right. Well, of course, we want to thank you all for playing along. And as a reminder, for each challenge
I mean,
completed
it's
during the
Warzone.
TCL Power
Warzone's
Hour, a
free.
winner will be randomly selected. So what, I counted 4. I think it was 4
There was
spots.
4, yeah.
So there
Isn't
you
it
go.
free?
Look at that there. And that's
Yeah,
going to be
it's
picked
free.
from all eligible entries for a total of up to 9 winners. Now, of course, to
Except for
enter,
the
make sure
zombies.
you
Zombies
tweet using the
won't be free.
hashtags CODNext
That
as
should
well as
come with the
hashtag
COD.
TCL X COD sweepstakes. Once again, TCL X COD sweepstakes. Very, very important to include that hashtag. Good luck to everyone, and I hope you get
I guess that
yourself
makes
an
sense.
awesome TCL TV. But that, of course, was an amazing first look at Urzikstan and what players can expect from Warzone in the future. Ted, before you go, I just want to thank you so much. You know, what I told Kevin Miles earlier, just that passion, all the devs that have come up here, that passion for what you guys do, it bleeds through in everything and the way you talk about it. So thank you for sharing that love
and
with
if
us,
I can
man.
say thank you to everyone at Raven Software, every studio that's been contributing this year. We're one big family, and just this is the greatest privilege of my career to be here today with you. So grateful for you as well.
Thank you, Ted. It's awesome.
Yeah, well,
Can't wait to dive in.
We are definitely grateful to have you and all the devs here to talk about this amazing game. It's been such a fun time. But for now, though, let's actually head down to Maven, who's
Did that guy
gonna
have
put a
his
couple
headset on
streamers on the
backwards?
spot in the hot and ready
I
seat,
think he
presented by
did.
Little Caesars. Maven, who you got?
Thank you so much, Alex. I have Sally as a dog. You know, you're going to be the Urzikstan Reaper. I got a feeling. What are you loving so far on the map?
The movement is great. The sniping looked amazing. I didn't love that I lost my gulag, but everything else was great.
What happened in the gulag, Sally? Take me through it.
I got absolutely turned down by Smixy. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
It happens to the best of us. But listen, I know you haven't. You've been someone that's grinded a lot of Warzone. You've taken a step back kind of this year, not putting as much time.
He did,
Is
huh?
it feeling just a little bit of hands-on? Like, is the grind coming back? Are you going to be carrying myself and Merc on the map?
Yeah, I'm definitely down to carry you and Joe in my backpack. It's large. It's basically a duffel bag anytime, yeah.
So what did you get hands-on with? Did you, outside the Gulag, lost a little bit of time with the sniper? A little time with the AR? Like, what were you feeling the best of there? What's Sally as a dog's like go-to repertoire?
So I picked up a sniper, dropped it, regretted it because when I died, I saw Reed Boy just popping heads all over the map. So that's what I'm going to get back on
Couch
and try.
backpack.
But yeah, really looking to get going, grind this game out. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I haven't like sniped much as I used to. Like in the past, putting in so much time. Now let's take a look. Oh, listen, he's got great legs too. But the chair, look at this thing. It's a Little Caesars hot seat. You were a little bit worried if you were going to actually be able to sit in it, if you were to fit it. If it had been tested, you asked me. But how's it feel?
It feels comfortable, ergonomic, and stylish all in one, yeah. No, pizza.
You're looking absolutely fantastic. Hey, Sally, it's been amazing. Excited to see what you're going to do this year. You're one of my favorite content creators. I love you.
Thank you. I love you too.
Oh, that was beautiful. Let's get it over to Shift. I believe he's down with Tommy.
Yeah, Maven, I'm not going to lie. You may want Sally to carry you, but there is no better person in the history of Warzone to carry a duo or a trio than this guy right here. Tommy, first day, hands on the game, initial thoughts and reactions. Let me have it.
I'm loving it. The movement, the fluidity of it, the visibility of the game, everything's just so much better, and everything that everyone wanted, I feel.
So, again, you were day one, Warzone OG. You played every map, including all the small things. We heard the teases on Fortune's Keep, Rebirth Island. If you were to tell the people at home, though, like, what does this map most feel like compared to other maps in the previous instances, where would you kind of go to?
I feel like from the amount I've played, it's like a throwback to Verdansk, but with improvements. And the size of the map, there's not many dead areas, I'd say it looks like, from what I've played so far. Obviously, it's a little early to say too much on it, but I'd say it's a little bit of a throwback.
Fair enough. Final points. What are like your biggest overall takeaways, especially from the competitive side? I know there's people wanting to say, "Let me get into ranked, let me get back up to those statuses again."
I'm not up
Where
there,
are you
that
feeling
status.
the biggest differences, either mechanically or maybe just aesthetically on the map right now?
That'd be crazy though.
From the mechanics
I think I would
so
cry.
far, I feel like a lot of the
I think I would
players,
cry.
pro players, they're gonna love it. I mean, they're gonna
But
find
I'm
out
not
their own
that-
little ways to
I'm
move
not
and how to
that big of a
improve
kid.
the movement on the map. But just off the base, it's so much smoother.
Oh, did you find
nicer.
her?
You get around the map much quicker, so it's real
She's
good.
doing really well.
Fair enough. Tommy, thanks so much for stopping by and join the rest of the stream. And hey, with that, we're going to go back up to Miles and Lottie to give us their thoughts on, of course, what they saw with Warzone. But before we come back, we also have the Warzone mobile team. But of course, first, before we jump into all that, a quick word from our sponsors.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by HyperX, the official peripheral partner of Call of Duty. We're all gamers. TCL, play like a pro on the big screen with TCL Q-Class QLED TVs, up to 98 inches. Movement, the official timekeeper of Modern Warfare 3. Go to mvmt.com/COD to see the limited edition watch code.
Gamers don't use watches.
Level up your play with Backbone and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. And Lovesack. Lovesack Stealth Tech is a proud partner of Call of Duty Next,
Get your
bringing
sack some
unparalleled
love.
immersive surround sound to your at-home gaming experience.
Welcome back to Call of Duty Next. We've just witnessed a full hour
That
of,
would be crazy.
of all good, brand new Warzone action there on Urzikstan and much, much more. I don't know where to begin. We haven't got too much time to get through this.
There's
one,
a lot
guys,
of stuff
so,
they don't
Lottie,
like
you take
that
it away from me. I'm going
I
to put my
do,
microphone
so.
down.
I certainly will. Do you know what? I'm just thrilled, to be honest. And I'm sure Ted was on the desk watching some of those interviews with anticipation, thinking, how are they going to feel about it? You know, I've told them all this stuff on the desk, but, you know, how are they feeling about playing it? And I've got to say, the reception has been phenomenal so far. And I think none of us are surprised, to be honest. I think with the quality of life updates, things that have been said for so long with the
Damn, I
community,
didn't
it's
realize
come
this has
through
been
and
3
pulled through
hours.
for them. Of course they're
It's
going
been
to be
3
happy with that.
hours.
For me,
Oh,
that is
yeah.
a huge, huge dub, and I love to see that for Warzone.
I mean, Lottie, think about it. If we just had the new movement, people would have been happy. We got a brand spanking new map as well. So many new things. And I really appreciate Ted going up there and explaining all that in such good detail because I learned so much about it. You know, got to play it for a little bit, and it felt absolutely phenomenal. There's so much we're going to learn as well once we get our hands on it. So Warzone seems to be in a fantastic spot, Allie.
No, really. And I know Golden Boy used the word genuine a lot, and for the devs, especially to feel their passion. I was on Twitter a bit, and let me just say, or X, whatever we're calling it at this point.
Whatever.
But I could feel the excitement from the community seeing it, like genuine, true excitement. And as we heard it in the interviews as well, like to hear it from the creators and pros in Warzone themselves, like it truly looks at its base off of release, like in beta. It's going to be so much fun.
I know, beta's real close as well. I mean, this is the candy shop, and today we are all the kids. Very, very cool stuff. Can't wait. Really can't wait to get into Kazakhstan properly, but we've got plenty of stuff to still get through today. So we've got all sorts of cool goodies to give away. We've got lots of news. And for those of you wondering about how you can play MW3, I want to remind everyone again that early access to the multiplayer beta kicks off tomorrow. That is for PlayStation
tomorrow.
Players.
I will be here.
I'm
not sure I'm yelling at you.
Great multiplayer content today. Play
tomorrow
over the next week. We've got tons of maps, all sorts of goodies. Get involved. It's going to be an absolute blast. Don't forget to check out the Call of Duty blog for more details.
Tons of details to make sure you're listening
in the
up
afternoon,
to, including the fact that you guys
I'll be here 7 p.m. normal streaming
at GameStop and
I guess I don't have a normal
international
stream
retailers on November 10th to get a GameStop exclusive collectible steelbook while supplies last. See GameStop and participating international retail web pages for
I don't think we tried Ghost at
offer
TwitchCon.
Well, we also wanted to mention once again the awesome partnerships between Call of Duty and the 100.
That's true. I mean, I could get on right during.
Very
I mean, I already put the
collaboration
schedule
here.
out.
They've taken, I mean, look, some of the coolest icons
I did
throughout
put the
Call of
schedule
Duty.
out already.
Ghost is in there now. This is a limited edition collab between
I put-
hundreds, and you have a chance to win one of these.
What time
There are
does it start
50
for me?
sets available. Follow at Call of
It's
Duty on X/Twitter. Tweet
9
hashtag
a.m.
Next and hashtag
Pacific?
sweepstakes for a chance to win one of 50 sets of the Ghost Bomb collection. So follow the channel. Tweet the hashtags for a chance to
I
win
think
a
it
set
comes
of this
out at
awesome
like
lineup.
10
I've been
o'clock
downstairs.
my time.
I've touched them all, and they're all a delight.
They are looking absolutely
It
incredible.
comes out
I
at
can see
10
some of you
o'clock
guys running
my
those. They
time.
are fresh, to say the least. I don't know. I need to try and talk to some people at the back.
Yeah.
Use some of my contacts here because
10
I want to
a.m.
get my hands on that as well. But I can say the day of Call of Duty action, it does not stop here with Call of Duty Next. Immediately following Next will be Code Bowl for you. Have it presented by USA.
Yeah, I
Join
thought I
top
would do
Call of
an
Duty
afternoon
streamers
stream
and military
because it's a
esports teams
Friday
as they compete for the
compared to a
coveted
day
Code Bowl
stream
trophy.
because most people
100% of
are
the net
usually
proceeds
like
from the
working.
tournament will go towards placing more veterans into high quality jobs.
All right,
I think I'm going to keep it in the afternoon.
So, ladies and
I think
gentlemen,
it'd be
first,
better
though, a
for
quick word
streaming
from
if
our
I
sponsors. And
stream
after
it
that,
in
we
the
send it
afternoon.
back down to the desk one more time. This time to Beef Mummy with a very special guest from the
I
Warzone
haven't
mobile
tried
team to give us an
I haven't tried
update
that one
on
out.
all things that have been going on with the Warzone mobile world, as well as a very special announcement before we get to kick off that mobile gameplay.
No, that
Stay
wasn't
with us.
Ghost. That
We'll
was
be back.
something else. That was what was
Duty
was that one?
Next,
No, that
brought
wasn't
to you
Ghost.
by Little Caesars, a proud partner of Call of
that
Duty
wasn't
Next
Ghost.
and Modern Warfare 3. NVIDIA GeForce. Level up your Modern Warfare 3 PC experience with performance multiplying DLSS 3 and latency reducing reflex. Herman Miller Embody gaming chairs are being used at today's event. Check out Herman Miller Gaming's entire portfolio of products at hermanmiller.com/gaming. And Elgato, a proud partner of
it's
Call
okay,
of Duty
Wolf.
Next.
Yeah, so stream tomorrow. It is in the schedule,
Hello,
so
you beautiful gamers.
it'll
Welcome back
message
to
you guys.
Call of Duty Next. There's a lot of screaming and passion here in the studio, but let's revert back to where we actually started in the first place. 4 years ago, Call of Duty Mobile hit the scene and gave us the first taste of what the Call of Duty experience could look and feel like on a mobile device. To celebrate this anniversary, here is a look back at some highlights from the past 4 years.
It's true, Wolf. You have to say it at least 20 million times.
Yo, that thing's crazy. I can't believe this skin.
On a mobile game?
Yeah, but you know, folks don't pay attention. I was also.
Man, actual goosebumps right now.
I missed
But
something.
before we start, I just want to
No, I've
introduce
never
the very
tried the
talented
Ghost.
people in my
I
desk right now.
mean-
We got I Hold Shift right here alongside SVP
I love
and
G
co-studio
Fuel.
head of mobile, Chris
But if
Plummer.
Ghost slid into
Welcome,
my
Chris. How's
DMs
it
offering
going?
me a really good
I've been
deal, I'll
talking to you
probably
for
take
about
it.
a year now. The game looks honestly super amazing.
You know, it's hard to believe that it's been 4 years since we launched Call of Duty Mobile. It's been an amazing journey. You know, one that
Sounds good,
attracted
Killer.
650 million installs. I mean, more than that. It's actually, if you put it in perspective, it's like taking the entire population of the United States and Western Europe and combining it. It's just, it's unbelievable. And we have.
Oh, yeah,
really
we're
our
not
fans
watching
around the
mobile.
world
Is
for
that
that
it?
and for welcoming
I'm
Call
not
of
watching
Duty
mobile.
into their mobile lives. We really
Sorry,
appreciate
but
that.
yeah, no, we're not watching that.
as we
I'll
look
watch
into
Warzone, but mobile. Yeah, well, I'm not watching that. Wouldn't that be like 11:30 your time? Wait, what? Yeah, that'd be like 11:30 my time. But yeah, I'll be on at 7. That too will give me time. Make sure that my PlayStation is updated. I kind of want to change the layout of the stream, like all the candy stuff. I want to change all that. I found a really cute you know what, maybe I should just use I have an old one I'll use. Just use that. Mobile Warriors. I didn't watch it yet. Not watching that. But yeah, I'd like to change my layouts and stuff tonight. I saw a really cute one on Etsy that was Halloween Kirby themed, which has absolutely nothing to do with anything, but I thought it was cute. I think we'll play some COD here in a little bit. I do think I want to end stream and then I'll restart stream just because I want this VOD by itself so I can upload the VOD to YouTube. So, with that being said, I'm gonna turn off the stream. I'll be right back. Don't leave, okay? Give me a second. Just so I have 2 different VODs. I'll be back.